drop that bitch on her head like bang.
It's Friday. Fired up. Another week down. December, man. Where did this fucking year go? Where did this year go? I don't know. Almost 2024. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see y'all. Been kind of chilling this week. Haven't been engaging much in other panels and chats. I been seeing a pattern, and I just not really entertained. A lot of physical, or not physical, but verbal attacks against each other. And honestly, it's just kind of boring. I've been kind of doing my own thing. Had to go see the dentist yesterday. I have a hurt tooth. It's a little infected, so I'm on some antibiotics. Face is a little swollen. Sucks. Nobody likes having tooth pain, but let's say hi to everybody in the chat. We got Dominic. He's here. Jen, loyal fan. Love you, Jen. Sherelle, it's good to see you. Good to see you. You've been chatting on some of my posted videos. It's good to go back and forth with you. Simple Jack, good to see you. Mental Pancakes. I think I may have seen you before, maybe not. But we got there Chris. Good to see you, Chris. What's Chris saying here? Hey, Steve, you got amplifiers and crossovers and stuff. I always wanted to build a Kenwood system. That's cool. I'm glad for you. Yeah, got all that. Actually, don't really have crossovers. I use a DSP, which is a digital sound processor. Just makes everything, good sounding. You can hook it up to the laptop and tune everything. For my particular truck, it's a little overboard, as you can see. 6 18-inch subs on about close to 40,000 watts, on about 50,000 watts total for all the mids and highs. But I like to compete, spend a lot of money. Jail's a good brand. It's expensive. It's overrated. Simple Jack. But if you're into music or whatnot, look into Focal, Focal, Focal or Focal. It's a French-made product, handmade product. That's what I try primarily push at my stereo shop. And we are a Kicker dealer. This is actually Kicker's 50th year in business. They do things right, and it's very cheap. You can't go wrong either way. Yeah, that truck looks stock. Well, my daily driver is pretty stock. I don't even think I've changed the speakers in my daily driver, but yeah, so going back to what I wanted to talk about today. I just noticed Maui was pretty devastating event that we witnessed. There's a lot of conspiracy behind it, a lot of death and destruction, and I don't want to take it away from anyone that has passed away there. It's really unfortunate. It seems like the authorities there didn't really do what they were supposed to. And basically, the biggest question people are like, why, why didn't they alert anybody? Why didn't they sound the alarm? They have sirens all over the island. And, if some people don't know, I lived in Hawaii for 6 years. I was stationed there for 6 years. And, they do have the tsunami sirens, that, when you hear them, that's to warn you a tsunami's coming, and get away from the shore. And that's kind of why the authorities didn't sound the sirens, because the fires were, started, up at higher ground, and, they didn't want least their thought process was, if they sound these sirens, everybody's going to run and try to evacuate to uh, higher ground, which is where the fires were at. So a lot of people are upset about that, and um, it is kind of what it is. There's issues with the power company and the power lines. Saying that's probably what caused them, but people don't realize there was a hurricane or a typhoon that was off the shore that was really just kicking up those winds. So it was just kind of what was the deal with that? Where people were saying there's laser beams, that were coming out of the sky, and there's real no footage of that. It's all faked, but it's definitely something with the conspiracy theories aside, it's just kind of like uh you know um these poor people, they really didn't have a choice. They didn't have anywhere to go. They had to jump into the the ocean, really, to save their own lives. But which was really crazy about it was just how some things burned down, and something right next to it didn't catch on fire. No destruction, no nothing. So I think that's kind of why people were kind of like, what the hell, or there's blue top buildings and these blue umbrellas, in front of a restaurant, that they didn't catch fire. And I've seen videos of them taking lasers and, shooting a laser beam over a bunch of different colored paper, and like the lighter blue, paper, wouldn't make a mark on it, but it would just destroy any other color. So I just more or less was amazed that we don't even hear anything about what's going on over there. Even when you're looking for it, like there's really no, they're the locals are upset, that tourists are going back there and spending money, but they live, like close to, what, 80% or something along those lines. They the people that live on Maui, they need that income from people coming to visit, So yes, Jen, I've actually lived through a typhoon. They pretty much go the opposite direction as a hurricane, and they're pretty much the same thing. They're a lot cooler to say. The word typhoon is a lot cooler than hurricane, but you know, it's definitely scary. A lot scarier when you're on an island because you're down in South Florida, Jen. You know a hurricane's coming. You can haul ass and get away. Being on an island, you have nowhere to go. You literally you're stuck there. I was on the island of Oahu, which is a few islands away. It's a bigger island, of course, than Maui, but yeah, you have the ability to get away from the flood waters if you're near the shoreline. But I've had a few videos that you see on TikTok, and they're pretty well put together. But it just it's interesting that what was it, the governor or whatever, he was um he was also like the sheriff in Vegas when they had the big massacre, and it's like, wow, man, how do you get that I wouldn't say lucky, but how does that coincidence even happen? So um but yeah, so it's just one of those trying not to pay attention to what's going on these other panels. It just seems, like today alone, there's just a lot of bashing. And I'm just, I'm really tired of all that. And I'll be honest with you, this may be one of my last live streams that I may do, because just kind of running out of things to that interests me, that interests other people. And I'm just not getting into the drama game. So I try to focus on stuff. If I see something cool, I want to, you know, um, check it out and see what it's about. It's just one of those, like this video. I'm gonna play this video just because it's just something that I think I thought was cool when I saw it. But um, let me pull this video up, make it bigger, bigger, bigger. I don't know. I just thought this was cool as shit. Check this shit out.
Dad, there's a bobber still out. There's one still out. How does that guy back? Come on. Second, I throw this guy back. Here he comes, Sean. Ready? Yes, yes. You got it!
Wow, that is so badass.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that freaking eagle just literally just swooped in and they freaking just grabbed right from it. So I thought that was pretty trick. Couple new people in the chat. Lulu, good to see you. Small town girl. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I've seen you on the other panels and you always say hello to me. Very, very cool, very cool. Chris, I think I already welcomed you. Jesse, missing link. Jesse's got his own channel. They interview all kinds of people and pretty good channel. I've watched a few of those, but yeah, I wanted to show that video of that eagle because there's a lot of things in this world that we pay attention to that sometimes you got to get away from the nonsense. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of people come up up on YouTube and who find their way to these panels come here to be fucktards or help join in the fight. But there's a lot of people in the background that see what's going on and they can relate to stories from certain people or individuals. Everyone starts developing their own, I guess you can say seasoning, for a certain type of people that are out there. We got a lot of conspiracy, theorists in a sense, truthers, is that we would like to be called, people who just really basically are fed up with the nonsense that we're being fed from, the news media, the government, and other resources. But I've been kind of just really stuck watching, Sovereign Dave. I'm always interested in the flat Earth talk because it just keeps my mind, guessing. I try not to get wrapped around, other channels that they really just thrive on drama or the banter. But yeah, so I've seen this other video, from Maui. It was about the school buses, where the children, up there, they couldn't find them, they were missing. But this one was interesting because it's not to reboot, what people say about, what happened in Maui, why did this one car burn and the other car not burn? I mean, people don't understand. Like, if you've ever had a bonfire and then you broke out your leaf blower and you started blowing air into that fire, it is going to get freaking hot. So, people just were not understanding, why were these cars and their aluminum rims just melting onto the ground, like you were in a refinery or something like that. So, next time you have a bonfire or something, break out your little leaf blower. I have an electric powered one, a DeWalt one that I use. And, I use that to speed up the fire, make shit burn faster, quicker, it's like an incinerator pretty much. And you can get temperatures, extremely, extremely hot. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen them, but I do follow Joe Rogan because, he's very entertaining. He's always got some really good educated guests, that, he's able to, bounce questions off back and forth to them. Questions that I'm just not sometimes smart enough to answer or, not prepared enough to, ask or even think about me, quite honestly. So
imagine a governor going on television after a massive tragedy where we don't even know the number of people dead yet. You have this massive area that's been burned to the ground. Yeah. And then he starts talking about taking it over for the state. That's an insane position to take. It is. Post-tragedy. When people are suffering at their most, they can't even believe it happened. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's saying, we're going to take it for the state and make a memorial? How about give the fucking people their homes back? Exactly. One of the things we went over yesterday, which is a crazy number, we were looking at the amount of money that was accidentally sent to Ukraine. Like they oversent $6 billion. And then I said, well, how much would it cost to rebuild every house in the Maui fire? And it's $5 billion something. Like that's just like accidental money. But there's no talk of doing that. There's no talk of doing that. Imagine.
So yeah, you know, the cost to rebuild Maui and the infrastructure and everything. Welcome Destroyer. You know, we were accidentally giving money away, like our money, our tax money. For us that are watching here, that are paying into the tax system of the government here in America, we really have no control of what the fuck they do with our money. And you would think that we would want to send as much as we could if we're just going to give it to some other fucking country, to give it to Maui to help them rebuild and make it better. It's as simple as welcome Jack. It's as simple as that. Allocate funds. From these people who are paying taxes. Americans that are into the system paying taxes, use the money for what it's for. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep just watching videos and seeing what other people are doing. They're doing the hard work. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. What our government just does with the money without even asking. But and being entertained is one thing, but also educating yourself. EBT, welcome. Yeah, right, Jesse. So, like I said, the whole idea that there was laser beam, they're using direct energy weapons, stuff like that. It's just like the whole going to the moon thing. Show me the proof. It's probably possible, but it's interesting that we can have so much devastation over there. And so many lives lost, so much personal property lost, just the ability, to, have commerce over there. People need to go shopping. Just imagine if it was your own town. If your town just caught on fire and where are you going to go, to get food? Where are you going to go, to get supplies? Where are you going to go to do all that? So, and that's what everyone thinks, our government should be doing, is taking care of the people. But yet, we're sending money to Russia, and, and they're over there just spending money on jewelry and shit. Even what is even that war even about over there, and why we even have our skin in the game? It's just, yeah, see Jack right there. We could be providing food, shelter, and education for everyone. And it's just kind of like, when are the people? When are we the people? When are we going to be able to stand up and demand, some transparency? When are we going to demand some leadership to start taking care of our own, when our own need to be taken care of first? That it's not being selfish. It's our money. You know what I mean? It's money that we pay into the tax system for these reasons, and it's just being spent fruitlessly on another bunch of bullshit. It's just, it gets me crazy. But, in the monotonous of, everything, I really, really saw this one video. I'm sure you people have seen it. It's fucking hilarious. But I'm going to be doing the sidestep because I lose my mind sometimes if I, keep just my head down digging in these rabbit holes. You really get lost. You got to have some type of comic relief, and this is where, I like to watch some of these videos. This thing is great.
All right, so you guys kept tagging me in this shit. Let's see what
I've
this is about.
decided I'm looking for a husband. Now,
Why the fuck?
Hear me out. I'm looking for a straight man that would like to get married to another straight man.
No,
you can date any woman you want to. You can have many girls you want to. I don't care. I'll never bitch about it. I don't care. I just want a joint,
homie,
two-income household.
No.
Honestly, I'll remodel the house. I'll make it have 2 master bedrooms. I don't care. And as far as I'm concerned,
2 master
bedrooms? You can have the master bedroom now. I'll remodel the house and then take it when it's done, because we'll have 2 incomes. We can afford it. A couple things would be nice. It'd be Nice if you like had a boat.
I
You know,
don't
that'd be
have
cool.
a boat.
But if not,
I don't
don't
have
care.
a boat.
We'll buy one. You and I, buddy. You and I. We will buy one together. We'll have some nice shit. That's what we're gonna do. Guess what? Holidays roll around. You don't have to buy me anything. Nothing.
Nothing.
Not for my birthday. Not for Valentine's, Christmas. Nothing. Let's just
Nothing.
go have a couple beers. Doesn't
Right
that sound
there.
nice? Doesn't
That
that
does
sound
sound
really,
nice.
really nice?
Yes, it does.
No bitching.
Yes, it does.
No complaining.
Holy shit.
Holidays roll around. Let's go get a couple beers. You know, anything. You don't have a motorcycle? You could ride one of mine. I don't care.
You have
We'll
a
go get
motorcycle?
you one. We can afford it. It'd be nice if you cleaned up around the house. That'd be cool.
No,
but you know
no.
what? Don't care. We can get it made. We can afford it. We'll pay a
can
little
get it
extra. Have her clean topless. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be nice. Guess what? No bitching. Don't care. You won't care. I won't care. It should be nice. It'd be nice to have some nice things and not have to deal with all the shit that goes along with a normal marriage. I'm okay with that. I just want the tax benefits. I want the 2-income household.
Me too.
And none of the problems that come along with marrying someone of the opposite sex. You can, like I said, date whoever you want to, as many as you want to.
Anyway, that was pretty freaking funny. But welcome, Chuck. What was that? Where did I see it? Where did I see it? Lahaina Lulu. So the slated corridor, or corridor being slated to be built going through Lahaina. Yeah, they got to get better. They got to get better on the way to evacuate people. And you look at the situation. It's just like anything else. When a catastrophe happens, people freak out. People have no idea what to do, where to go. A lot of people are tourists. They didn't know where to go. People, the locals that live there, they know every side street, back street. They knew how to get to where they needed to go. And unfortunately, a lot of people on that island were tourists, and it just smoke a bowl, load it up. I'm kind of on some pain medication, some antibiotics, so I'm not going to be firing it up with all of y'all tonight, but please feel free. It is Fire Up Fridays. Get the bongs, get your joints, get your bowls packed. Although I'm looking at my bong, I really do want to hit it, but it's just yeah, that's right. People were blocking people to leave because they were going towards the they weren't escaping, they were going towards it. So it's just kind of unfortunate. I mean, we only know really what we've seen of other people's videos, and then of course there'll be some investigation afterwards about it. But really, the moral of the story is that there's not a lot of talk about this subject anymore. Like it's like the people they'll get over it. Oh, look at you, Jen, you finally got the damn kids to go to sleep. Good job, good mama. Small town girl. 420 is right. 420 is right. Actually, I meant to. I got my cones. But so that's really what bothers me the most, is that really it's kind of hard to just fathom that we can see how this catastrophe brought them together. Good to see you. Chat's moving faster than I can click. Pineals in the house. To not really help. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, on Oahu, there's all the branches of the military there, tons of military personnel there, that they're easily to mobilize, and they're only a few islands away. They could send help there. They can send the CBs, they can send the combat engineers, and they can build shit. They can do stuff, but I'm just not seeing that. I'm not seeing evidence of that. I'm not saying that it's not happening, but you would think on a grand scale, the scheme of things, why are we not helping ourselves? The government is truly just, oh man, this poor kid. I'm sorry. So my middle son, he's on TikTok, and this poor kid in his car, he took the springs out of the back of his car so it sits like that, and then he cut the front springs, and he's having a good time. But big news is the Tesla Cybertruck is out and about, and I saw this video today. Whether or not how much of it's propaganda towards Elon, but apparently they drag raced a Porsche 911.
Let's take it to the racetrack and see how does the Cybertruck perform against a Porsche 911. And I should say this is an actual Porsche. We literally just got it from the dealer. 2023 Porsche 911. But wait, there's more. So the it can tow a Porsche 911 across a quarter mile faster than the Porsche 911 can go by itself.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. It can tow a 911 faster than the 911 can go down the track. But I'm a fan of Elon Musk. It seems like he's trying to do good things. We all know that hybrid cars are really not better for the environment. It does just as much damage as it would take to mine oil, but in the long run eventually it somehow has to outpace those numbers by not having to keep a demand of fossil fuels, which is stupid they call it that, but gasoline and just those abilities. But being able to have batteries and generators, they could be being used over there, in Maui. Starlink could be used over there in Maui. It's capitalism could be at its finest. You'll get companies that will lend a hand and do the right thing that needs to be done to help communities out. So what's that? Cook up respectively. I'll tell you what, I just got my wife's Christmas present, and I bought her a set of those Hexclad pans, and I'll tell you, those things are fucking beasts. If you were thinking about it, go for it. Those things, it literally it boiled water in like fucking 10 seconds. It was crazy. So definitely up worth the hype. But oh yeah, how much battery was left? Well, they have 3 models of those Tesla trucks. They're like a 60 grand, like an 80 grand, and $100 grand version of it. What's going on, Flo?
What up?
The talking about the Tesla Cybertruck, they're all over. Apparently, going to be being seen everywhere. So we'll have to get used to seeing these ugly.
Do you think they're going to release them for real?
From what I've seen today, they're shipping already. People are getting them. I've seen videos of them in Texas and all other states. People posting videos of them zipping down the highways. So
I'm out of the loop, I guess. There's some weird part of me that thinks the Tesla truck is cool, but on the whole, I hate Tesla. I hate everything about it. I hate the cars. Yeah. I hate that they don't have any engine noise. I hate that they're like $1 million that they update like your cell phone, that they use. They have a laptop in the middle, that they don't have fucking oil.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see this. This is my kid. This is what he did to his.
Nothing to do.
Does he have a Lincoln?
It's a Grand Marquis.
Okay. I had a town car. Those things can move.
There was nothing to do, and the house.
He cut the springs off on the rear suspension. Or no, he didn't cut them. He took the rear springs out. He's got shocks, but no rear springs. And then he just recently cut the springs in the front to lower the front down. But
Yeah.
I was letting him drive my Suburban, and so I had to change the head gaskets. I'm like, "What? You got to get your own car." So, but yeah, I'm not saying it's embarrassing, but it reminds me back when I was a kid, doing stupid shit to cars. You know
Well,
what I
it's a
mean?
hoopty. It's a
Yeah,
hoopty. He got a
yeah,
hoopty.
yeah. I'm
Uh,
proud of him. He got his own set of wheels, but
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think I had what is it? It's a 2003 Lincoln Town Car, and that rear suspension does go out on those. It didn't on mine, but yeah, good car. They can move, man. I was surprised when I got it.
Well, I was gonna because they have the auctions down here, and I was going once every few months, and you could buy up the retired police ones for, $1,000 or less, depending on how close it was to tax season. You could pay double, but I wouldn't pay double. But you could flip them. Buy them $1,000, put a $300 paint job on it, sell it for $4,000. So I
Right.
flipped quite a few of those, and I would put like keyless entry in it, Viper alarm or something, change the radio to kind of stand out from the hundreds of other ones. People are trying to do the same shit, get the windows tinted, make them look a little cooler.
Can you tint?
No, I don't tint.
I did my truck. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't tint. You have to have
ass.
it's a special skill, and it's something that, you learn over time, but
I don't have the skill nor the patience nor the disposable income to buy a bunch of fucking tint and trash it. And
yeah, I found this video. Someone took of me in the truck. It was on TikTok. I just came across it. I'm like, oh shit.
That's nuts. How many batteries does that motherfucker need?
I don't have any pictures I can show now. I built my own battery.
You did.
Yep. So basically, we call it just C-Max for the Ford C-Max hybrid car. You can go to the junkyard and get the battery packs out of their hybrids for about $300, and they're basically individual lithium cells. They're about 2.5 volts. They're wired up to about 480 volts. Disassemble them all, take them apart, and then wire them down in parallel, so you get down to about 14, 15 volts. But then you get, your amp hours go up. Well, anyway, I spent probably, let's see, 4 banks, less than $1,000, and it was capable. I was clamping over 40,000 watts and dropping maybe a half a volt on 2 alternators that was supplying voltage for them.
That was my next question. Did you have upgraded alternators in more than one?
Yep. So on my Suburban, I have 3 alternators. I have a 250 amp custom alt that runs just a truck and all the 12 volt stuff. And
Where do you mount the other alternators? Is there a spot for it, or do you have to drill in on?
You got to use creativity. Because my truck is an older truck. It's 5.7. It's like the second year of the TBI, the throttle body injected on it. So I had a serpentine belt in the front, and it didn't have AC. So basically, I welded a bracket to put one alt in the AC location, and then where the original alt goes, you have 2 bolts that went in. So basically, I mounted 2 alternators side by side, one on each bolt, then built a bracket to bolt them from the top, and then just teed off of that to hold it down on the motor block. So I had a 250 amp for the 12 volt, and then I had 2 370 amp alts just strictly for my subwoofer amp. With an external regulator, and we were running about 16 volts, so that's why we're getting so much power. But
did you have to reinforce the windows?
The rear, I don't. My laptop took a shit. I could probably find build pictures of my truck, but we welded a steel cage inside of the truck, right? So if for people that are watching, if they're entertained at all, we basically welded like a shark cage in the vehicle and then lined the inside of it with wood, sheets of plywood, birch. And then basically I did a 2-part epoxy foam filler all on the outside to make it strong. So the rear of the truck from the B pillar, which is where your seatbelt's bolted to, that's the B pillar, back was all foam. And I went through probably, well, last year was 7. I went through 7 windshields. Blew them out. I do have actually.
I bet you got sick of that.
No, actually, my wife got sick of it, and she came up with an ingenious idea because I had went to a competition, and I knew what frequencies to stay away and how far to push it because windshield blowing, and it's always cool when you can blow your own blow the windshield out. People don't realize how hard it is to do that. But let me see, why isn't it going? I don't use TikTok on the computer very much. Yeah, so this one right here, but I had a 10-inch suction cup, for doing like tiling, moving windows and shit. And she's like, well, why don't you use one of those? And I'm like, interesting, because in the center of the truck, I have a steel plated roof that we welded in, steel plated the floor. And so I welded a turnbuckle in between to keep the roof from flexing, because you want everything tight. The tighter it is, the louder the numbers are. So I had this, we call it a stripper pole. So I had the stripper pole from the bottom, suction cup to the windshield, and then ratchet strapped it to that bar to keep the window from being pushed out. But this guy here is video I'm about to play. He paid me $150, which pretty much paid for my windshield to come to the show. Come to the show and blow it.
Just teasing me right now.
So I don't know if you noticed, right there in the center, it just shattered. I mean, it doesn't actually blow glass all over the place. It does when you keep playing it. The base will eventually
tempered glass, right?
Yeah. But yeah. So basically, it's a lot of engineering, a lot of talent, goes into doing a system.
So when you put that much subs in it, did you upgrade any other speakers, or was it just about the hit?
No, everything. You gotta have everything, full surround. So I had 2 12-inch mid-bass drivers, 8 8-inch mid-bass drivers, and 8 horns.
You're a fucking maniac.
Actually, I think I might be able to. I don't know. That's not the video. So I originally had them all mounted in the roof, like above my head, on a baffle, and the bass eventually ripped all the speakers and blew them. It was just too much. But I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have anything on here, honestly. Let me take a look and see. Might actually have it on here.
Destroyer, if you're interested in sort of our story, that link, right? Watch that link later. It's both of us kind of telling the story a little bit, as much of it as you can squeeze into whatever 40 minutes.
What story is that?
Oh, me and my girlfriends. Because I was telling the chat how Lincoln Town Car is.
Oh.
Destroyer said something about she could see me rolling deep.
Yeah, you can put quite a few bodies in the trunks of those.
There you go. All I can think of is Flo mobbing down the road, no springs, riding to the floor, and speakers blasting. But yeah, no, that was actually when I was out on. That was so my normal car threw a rod right before I got rated. So when I was going through that whole situation, that was actually my vehicle. The AC didn't work, and the fucking driver's side window wouldn't roll down. So it was a nightmare that summer. I hated driving that thing. It was so hot, and it was maroon, and it was leather seats, and And she was, and so like there's two things that worked in jail. The toilets could suck the air out of the room, and the AC, it was always cold. And so getting out in summer to that thing, and then driving to New Mexico to visit my girlfriend who's on the run, I about had heat strokes. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been pretty fucking chilly here in Florida this past week. I actually had to wear pants the other day. It was it was in the 40s, and then down here that's pretty fucking cold. Down here is pretty fucking cold.
Now it had manual seat belts, but it did have. Let's see. There's an issue. I ended up that whole, because I drove it for probably 9 months and then I sold it. It was a backup vehicle, but the whole time I was driving around with a clamped brake line. I didn't even realize that until I went to sell it. I forgot all about it. She fell asleep in the back seat or in the trunk. They have nice spacious trunks. You can fit a lot of people in there.
I'm just looking through some videos that I have here. I've been transferring shit from my Windows computer to my Mac here. It's been taking way too long.
Yeah, so destroy she was on the run because they put out warrants for her. Anyways, the video explains it more, but basically she was wanted. I was out on bond. She was wanted, and she was a witness. So there was a no contact order between us. And so I had to move her from the spot she was at to the train station so that she could get a train to Los Angeles and stay with some friends of ours. But that involved me, and now I'm on supervised bond, so I'm not supposed to leave the county without permission from the court bond officer. So I snuck out on dirt roads, snuck out of the county on dirt roads at night, picked her up, snuck back in to the house, stayed there for, regrouped for a few hours, then snuck back out of town with her in the trunk again on dirt roads, and went to Dodge City and left her there so she could get on that train. But when we were in the county, she was in the trunk because the windows weren't tinted on it and I was being watched. Oh yeah, she's still alive. Hey Katie, are you alive? I don't know if you could hear that. What?
I heard it. I'm trying to see if I can share. I actually found some shit. Hold on, let me just do this instead. There we go.
Yeah, yep. It was wild. Got her there, dropped her off, and then I had to go straight to rehab that day. Like I had a check-in appointment for rehab. I was definitely late, and I got there. So it was sort of like, the last hurrah. I assumed everybody went to rehab completely off their shit. And so I was not going to not participate in that ritual, but I got too much stuff for the ride. And so I was sitting in the parking lot and that thing trying to finish everything. And the night security comes up. He's like shining his flashlight in at me. He's like, "Can I help you?" I'm sitting there smoking. I'm like, "I'm your new client. Can't you tell?"
Man, I've been pretty fortunate, man. I've stayed out of trouble most of my life, but yeah, that's pretty funny. I was trying to do that. Remember the days of Pit My Ride?
Oh yeah.
So I had a good customer friend, and he wanted to do something different. So I tried actuating his amps in the back of his trunk to open up. It actually came out pretty good.
Katie, you're gangster.
This is all Grand Marquis right here.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the fun days when I can make some fun shit.
But what happened?
I'm a salesman now. I don't work hard anymore. I just sell shit.
Yeah. Sales is good. You probably get paid better.
Yeah, much better. Much better. I got a video here. I got a cop to tap out of my truck.
You got what?
A cop sat in my truck, and I literally had it turned up for about 5 seconds, and she quit.
Oh, I gotta get new tires for my truck tomorrow. I hate that shit. Buying new tires for a truck is a nightmare.
She was weak. I didn't get to turn it up.
I'm trying to see her. Looks like you found the best looking cop on the.
Yeah, actually, she was pretty good looking, but yeah. But no, I was starting to stream with. I've been watching a bunch of shit lately, man, and it's very been unentertaining. How are you dealing with this constant bickering that's going on between people lately? I see you've been hitting it on.
Yeah. I've kind of embraced it. But I'm sort of. It's starting to get routine, right? Like, Snafu needs to, like, Snafu's bullshit is getting real old. Like, I like Snafu personally. Like, I like him myself, but some of the shit that he says to women is like fucking unreasonable.
Well, I've noticed he says that to women who seem to be not upwithstanding, I guess you could say. They're
That's what he claims.
Yeah. So if they've done something shady or something that isn't
it's just an excuse. He just looks for a toehold and goes at him.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, once I started, I made a couple videos sort of pushing back on him over some shit just between us. And once I started making those videos, like, people started kind of creeping out of the woodwork. He's been running around terrorizing people for a long fucking time. And I guess that I didn't really give, he's more harmful to some people than I guess I gave him credit for. Which you could see how if you're a woman and he's coming at you and he's following you all around the internet and shit, like, that would be.
Yeah, he pushes the limits that I think a lot of people wouldn't go, even get close to pushing. And he does seem to have a certain animosity towards females.
Hey, Arpul, for me too. Like, I had to search, or no, I had to click. I when I hit the live and scroll down, I couldn't see your channel at all. I had to hit my notifications because I had the notifications on, so I had to go to the bell tab.
Well, it might be because I put Maui fires in the hashtags, so maybe that's something they don't want us talking about. I don't know if you caught earlier. I was monologuing about just in general, like, how fucked up that whole situation has been over there.
I don't know anything new about it.
Yeah, exactly. There is nothing new. How isn't there something new? What's going on, Chuck?
What's up, Steve? What the hell did you do? Hide your channel?
No, yeah, that's weird. People are saying that. I mean, it
took me forever to find it.
It's me and my sugar daddies.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think it was that spiritual being that Flo interacted with.
Dude, that guy was. I swear to God, I think that I don't know him well. Like this is the first time I've heard of him. This is the first time I've ever personally interacted with him, I think. But he is such a caricature of Jack Talcott. I have trouble believing that this is a real person.
Explain more detail.
He
is he
seems like he seems
Talcott?
like an agent provocateur or something. Like if you were gonna go, if you're like, how's a way to fuck with Talcott? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pretend to be Talcott, but more Talcott than Talcott. You get this guy. He's not unaware, right? Like when I make my little snide comments, he catches them.
He deflects a lot.
He deflects a lot.
Yeah, I don't know who you guys are talking about. I jumped in earlier and I was watching Jax for a little bit, then I went into London and it just everybody it was just
You
I'm not
saw
into
him
it
before,
anymore.
Steve, on Jack. Aaron,
Who?
what's his name? Ganache?
Oh, the grouchy guy?
The one that growled like a
Yeah,
demon.
the Rothschilds sent me, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, that dude's
That
a
one.
fruit. The mother birth into the womb
Yeah.
nonsense stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude's
Every single thing that he said felt masturbatory. Like with every sentence, he was just stroking off his own narcissism. Like
that's why he had the light off.
I bet so.
No, so he was on. Yeah, I think I seen he was on there, but I don't think he was talking. Like I said, I mean, I'm really losing interest. I mean, there's literally Flo. I support your channel because you actually probably one of the better moderators, and you can control your panels better than most. And you know that. But Jack was the only other one I was watching. But lately, it's just been this shit show over there with just chaos and whatnot. I watched London. I watched Sovereign Dave. Or I've been on Sovereign Dave quite a bit lately. He keeps his shit together too over there. You know what I mean? And I haven't watched, Paul's channel in months and months. I don't even really give a shit what's going on over there. I'm sure it's all the same nonsense. But OTW, I don't follow him no more. Like there's nobody else. There's nobody else to watch anymore. So I'm kind of, and the ones that I've been watching, it's like the fucking content.
I bounce around to different spheres. I was on. You know who Speakeasy is? Have you heard of Vegan Gains? Vegan Gains. I didn't know who the fuck he was. He's got like 315,000 subs or something. So he's kind of a big deal. I didn't know who he was until after we were done talking to him last night. But
anyway, I watched Sarah's stream. She reminded me when I first started streaming, having two or three people watching, and you just you're starting from the bottom and going up, So I don't really, I haven't expanded much. I really haven't.
Simple Jack, this dude is nuts. Vegan Gains is wild. All vegans have a special type of narcissism where they think that they know better than nature, right? They're more empathetic than God.
It's funny you say that because all I do is type vegan in YouTube, and that's the first thing that comes up. Is this 314,000 subscribers? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
So he's little Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is that the idea here?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I think that Aaron dude's in with that.
Oh, he's live right now, huh?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I'm still not subscribed to him.
So what is it?
Hawaiian church chick.
We just had the normal like vegan, not vegan kind of conversation.
Gotcha.
Was that the clip you posted today, Flo?
Huh?
Was that the clip you posted today?
No, what I posted another chunk of the monograph conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's something it doesn't look like I would be interested in any of that nonsense. I love my beef. I love my chicken. I love my fish. I love my pork.
Anything that they eat.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm actually just contemplating maybe not doing a much of a live stream anymore, only just because um I'm running out of shit to talk about, shit to say. You know what I mean? I'm just losing interest in general. So I'm not
Me
sure how.
too.
You can do it like for most of, and I still don't actually have a schedule. But for most of my shit, I've had a channel for 3.5 years. You know, has it been almost 3.5 years? And I've never had any sort of consistency, schedule, routine, nothing.
Right.
This is the most active I've ever been by far.
Well, I do the Friday thing. In my mind, I was like, well, if I pick a day, then and it has become what it's become. People will know. Oh, hey, it's Friday. Steve's channel will be streaming. Let's go watch Steve's channel, kind of thing. But I don't really. I don't know. If I'm not into the mix of what's going on with everybody else, because clearly we know most of our subscribers, our watchers, we're all bouncing off around the same pretty much community around here. And it's like
Yep.
once I found I was like, I'm just really not interested anymore in what's going on. It's like, well, if I'm not into it, then I'm not going to be able to, basically agree with or be, up with, because I'm finding myself not wanting to watch any of that stuff anymore. You know, like when you go live, I'm like, oh yeah, Flo's live. I'll come in here and fucking make it rain so I can get a piss on Calvin the pissing emoji, and I'll just do that
Oh
the whole
man,
chat.
I've got a new emoji waiting to be dropped this next stream.
I was it for something for Tarek.
Yeah, it's Tarek, but I'm particularly pleased with the Tarek one.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, that dude Tarek, man, fucking super chin tard. Like that dude, he's such a hypocrite. You know what I mean? It's like how that guy. I mean, he's got to find something better to do.
I think that he's an agent too. I've come to the. Go ahead.
I think he's on the terrorist watch list myself.
Well, he's everywhere he goes. He is the most gossipy. He said, she said. That's all he does constantly, everywhere. I don't know how these motherfuckers are able to spend all of their time and energy stirring up drama here. Like, never seem to have money issues. Never seem to have to go to work or go to sleep or do anything except for stir up havoc around here.
Yeah. Good to see you, Provo. Like Sarah just said, you can't really be active participant if you aren't involved in all the drama, and that's why you need to find channels that have conversations outside of each other. So, it's true, but it's like, I don't know. Like I used to look forward, like, oh, babe, I'd come home from work, babe, it's Fire Up Fridays, babe. Hurry up and get my dinner ready so I can go prep for my stream. And I would come in my computer room, little office, and I would set, and I've been doing it all week, and I'll set up and do some research about whatever it is I kind of want to focus on, for the conversation. And I've just really kind of lost some interest in it. And then the channel's honestly doing pretty well, 30 people in the chat now. I know we had that crazy week the other week. That doesn't really count, but my subscriber count went from like 50 to I'm over 300 now subs. And, and honestly, I always will say it, like, I appreciate everybody that's here, routinely, consistently. But I'm not doing it for anything other than just kind of hanging out, having a fucking.
Here's the other thing I think that's happening right now is I think drama's picked up maybe because, and I blame part of that on the fact that content has shifted over to bullshit. We got Mandela effects.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Everywhere, fucking everywhere.
I brought it to yours that night, but I wasn't trying to. I was curious of why is it so fucking popular. You know what I mean? So.
But what does it prove?
Nothing. It's a way to get you to focus on corporations branding, basically.
Ooh, corporation's bad.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, man. Like I've really just been not entertained, and 100%, I'm here to be entertained. You know, if I get educated on something I don't know along the way, awesome. But this to me is entertaining. I went out, you know, like I said, I bought my wife an early Christmas present, you know, and I manipulated her into
What'd
that.
you get her? Nice.
Some pots and pans.
Well, way to leverage that
Were they
manipulation.
expensive?
Yeah, they're the hex clad. I'm sure you've probably seen them somewhere, whatever. But they're the real
'Cause
fucking.
I got to buy some new ones.
Yeah, if you got you know, $1,000 more, you can get a nice set.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ!
Last set of pans you better ever buy.
Yeah, they are. They're supposed to be. But so here's the deal. So we've been together 13 years, and even that, like, I had my own pots and pans, and when we combined our households, she had all of her shit. You know, we kind of just threw away stuff, you know, that we didn't need, and then over the years, it's like, you know, she would go and buy these new pans, this pan, this pot, this whatever. And, you know, they don't last, you know, and they're cheap, and she's frugal, and she doesn't like spending money. And I love spending money, you know. And so
that's how our relationship is.
Right. So, and we both cook. We cook every day. You know what I mean? And we cook together. You know, I mean, not side by side all the time, but I'll cook or one night and she'll cook, and we enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's like one of the only hobbies her and I have together is cuisine. You know, and just being better chefs. But so anyway, we've seen them on TV, and they've been around for years. But they're called Hexclad. You can look them up. You can just
I've seen them.
So we had this one pot, you know, like, so we eat a lot of rice, and the one pot we used to cook the rice in, or any pot really, it honestly would take about 5 minutes for the water to boil.
Unacceptable.
You know, and that was normal to us. Like, oh, okay, it takes 5 minutes, so I can go over and do this, and I can go over and do that while this is heating up. She literally, same, you know, with the new pot I got her, she put it on there, and she's yelling at me, and I come in, she's like, it's been on for like 2 minutes and the water's boiling already. I'm like, what? And she wasn't lying. I'm like, holy shit. So we had chicken tonight. Oh man, that came out really good. So it's worth it. You know what I mean? So
I wonder how much, like, over the course of your lives, how much time that pot will save, and how much that would convert into, like, dollars per hour.
Oh yeah,
you're probably paying like $75 an hour for
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you think about electricity. You know, how many kilowatts are you burning up? Did it take to boil that pot of water?
No. Now you're just justifying.
No, I'm not justifying anything.
How you gonna split those pots and pans up when you get a divorce, Steve?
Yeah, actually, I'm supposed to be divorced by now, according to Paul. He said it was 6 months her and I would be divorced. So here we are.
He wants everybody's relationships to fail because he feels unfulfilled in his weird ass situation.
Right.
Cope.
But yeah, so I got her those, and it was kind of the same way how I got my new computer. She wanted a new bed, so I made a big deal about it. Like, we don't need a bed. We already we had the adjustable bed, but she wanted a king size bed. And so I just made a big stink until finally I was like, well, I need a new computer. My laptop took a shit. Well, you're not getting the Mac Studio. I'm like, well, you're not getting a bed. So then I caved in, and then she caved in. So it was a cool ordeal. But
how much was that Mac?
The Mac Studio?
Whatever the one you got, yeah.
$19.99.
Ow.
It's a fucking beast, but so but I had to get a new monitor, you know, to go with the new computer. I'm using one of my old monitors, but so that's kind of how our Christmas turned out. Is I got her those pans, and then I convinced her to let me get another 34-inch widescreen monitor. So now I have 3 monitors in front of me. I love coming in here. I'm really enjoying myself. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So you got that one, that one, and that one.
Bro, your sales, you must be selling hella speakers.
We had a Black Friday sale the day after Thanksgiving, and did like $20,000.
So we threw away all of our pots and pans like Well, she did. I was still I didn't the no stick shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So she went and purged our pans a few years ago, and I was like, who gives a fuck?
Mhm.
Now that I know a little bit more about it, like it was the right call, but like if you ever find out something about those, like they got that shit going on and you have to purge those pans, man, I would be pissed.
I mean, we've only had them for like 2 days. We've used them both 2 days, and I got to make these little. I'm gonna make these brackets she saw on TikTok where you can put all the lids on the inside of the door in the cabinet. But it is what it is. But no, it's a really good investment considering their lifetime, no questions asked warranty. It's not like Teflon. It's some fucking technology. You can use metal shit in them, whatever. You know who Gordon Ramsay is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's what he fucking endorses and uses in his kitchens. So, and they are what they, you always wonder things are gimmicky. Is that really true? Whatever. So I've been following it for a long time. It wasn't like a whim, like, oh, hey, let's just buy these and see. It's
Right.
like anything. I always do a lot of research on something, especially if I'm going to invest my money into it. I don't like to be a loser. So, really,
Yeah,
couldn't find anything bad about him. I mean, I saw this dude. He fucking took one, put it on his grill outside, full heat, threw a hot dog in it, poured all kinds of like shit in it, and literally burnt the living piss out of this pan. And he turned it upside down, and all the shit fell out, and it was like practically brand new inside. Like this was a guy testing, like how we're talking right now, like fucking full on just testing. I'm like, wow, I would never do that to those pans, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these set of 12. Thank you very much.
One pan costs over $200. Crazy.
Yeah.
I spent $600 last Christmas on a set for myself.
Jesus.
They went back in January. The coating started coming out immediately.
Yep. Yeah, so just like anything else, man, if like when my sales pitch is, you get what you pay for. So if you want to spend a little bit, that's fine. It's your budget, go for it. But yeah, I don't work for Hexclad. You get what you pay for kind of thing, so if you want to go and buy one of these, $79 China radios off Amazon, don't expect it to last very long. But I got this nice Alpine or this nice Kenwood, wireless CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it comes with a 2-year warranty, yada, yada. And it's easy to get people to spend the money, especially when you reverse psychology, I'm not going to sell you anything you don't need, but if you want it, I'll sell it to you all day long. You know what I mean? So
novelty items you can mark up like a motherfucker is what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I used to do custom AR builds for people as sort of a side hustle, and it was always the little trinkets and add-ons that pulled all the
upsell,
and also because people don't have a reference price for it, right? Like every gun's got a barrel. Not every gun has a fucking a weather vane on it or whatever.
Right. Well, most of the people that we get, there's something wrong that they need fixed, right? So it's giving them a good, better, best option. And trust me, I sleep well at night. I'm always transparent, and I make it transparent with people, and that's why we do as well as we do compared to competing shops that are not really competing with us. But when you make the customer feel that they're spending their money wisely, and giving them a lifetime warranty on the installs, stuff like that, it's easy to sell because we'll get the grandfather who comes in, and then his son's now our customer, and then his sons are now our customers, and their uncles and aunts. So word just gets around, and if you keep doing good business, you will always be in business. So word of mouth is pretty pretty important, along with service work. We do a lot of service work, and the car industry, electronics, shit's gonna break. Shit don't work. All my backup camera stopped working, or my right side speakers stop working.
Dude,
And
I have to turn on my headlights to get my CD player and amp to light up in the truck. I don't know what the fuck wires got crossed. It's fine. I just drive around with my headlights on.
Yeah, so somebody wired your remote wire to your light circuit. It just needs to be changed. That's simple.
Yeah.
Well,
it really
if
doesn't
you don't
bother
know.
me.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people, and I'm sure they're in the chat right now, how many years they've been driving around with little Bluetooth speakers in their car because they don't want to replace the radio or replace blown speakers in the car, and they're just happy driving around with their Bluetooth speaker in the car. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing what people will do. I had a kid today come in, and his lights was dimming in his truck, and I was, come on down, let me take a look at your system. I'll tell you what, what we could do for you, or take a look at it. And he paid some other shop to install it, and they put the fuse at the amplifier in the back of the truck. I'm like, first of all, you never have any power wire coming off your battery without a fuse. You're going to burn your truck down, and that was the issue he was having. And so I guided him the certain way, and I didn't charge him anything. I said, have a nice day, hop on Google, maybe give us a review, good or bad, however you feel, but if you can't figure it out, come back, we'll get you on the schedule and take care of it, so I'm kind of being nonchalant about it, but I am pretty good at my job. I've been doing this an awful long time. So
you're old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. I put my first radio in my mom's car when I was 15, so that was 32 years ago.
Is that what you did in the Marines?
No. It was always a hobby that I was able to turn into a business. So, no, the Marine Corps, I was what was called a MAGTAV planner, Marine Air Ground Task Force planner. And basically I had a top secret clearance, and I sat in a room kind of like the one I'm in now with bars in the window, and really was
been there, done that.
Kind of boring, but
yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I never joined the military because I always knew I have an authority issue.
Yeah, some people they don't like being told what to do. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
That's
exactly why I ruled out any sort of military thing from the get-go. It's like, no, fuck that. These assholes aren't going to be yelling at me, telling me what the fuck to do all the time, constantly. That's bullshit. Same reason I wouldn't join a frat either. I rushed every frat in college for like 2 years, as long as they would keep taking me out and get me drunk. But they want you to pledge for a semester. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm gonna spend half my freshman year driving upperclassmen around and not partying. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, that's all we really did, man. I partied my ass off. One night I woke up. We were in the Big Island, Hawaii, and we had a bottle of mezcal tequila. And I wanted to get to the worm, and woke up the next morning, fucking butt ass naked in the middle of the hotel room floor. A couple other guys were fucking butt ass naked. That's just how crazy it was. You know what I mean?
And all of you had pink socks.
Yeah, my butthole was hurting real bad. I didn't want to say nothing to nobody, so we did it again the next weekend. So, no, but ruled by Saturn. He's a fellow 12-volt guy. I had a guy come in today. He had his mono amp connected with 18 gauge wire. He said he smelt it burning. For anybody that may not make sense to them, 18 gauge wire is probably smaller than my charging cable here, and you would want a cable that is at least like an 8 gauge or 4 gauge, depending on how much power. So that we get a lot of.
I think I've got a 6 gauge.
Yeah, 6 gauges are very common, but there are 6 gauge kits out there.
Well, on one of them, I've got subs in 2 vehicles. I don't remember what the other one is.
All right. Welcome back, Chuck. But yeah, so we deal with stuff like this. Kids get on YouTube, or their buddy told them, "Hey, do it this way," and 18 gauge wire is good for like speakers, but not to power your amplifiers. So
yeah, they run to Walmart and get a roll of that cheap ass speaker wire and think that's the answer to everything.
Right. And actually I won't even sell like the cheap wire we have. I won't even sell it because it's not right. We shouldn't even have it in the store. But yeah, that's funny. But the good thing is all my kids know almost as much as I know when it comes to doing their own shit. So like they don't even need me anymore. You know, they can install their own radios and speakers. You know, so it's a good feeling knowing that they can take care of themselves.
I think
and they don't
that's
need
18
shit from
gauge,
me.
or that's even bigger than 18 gauge, probably, isn't it?
Looks like 12.
Yeah, it could be
maybe.
12 gauge, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
No, 12
10.
gauge is what you would want to use for subwoofers, typical subwoofers, but 18 gauge is good for like your door speakers, your mids and highs. But that's speaker wire. That's not for power. You could use it for power on something small like LED lights or whatever. There's no problem with that. I mean, people would get frown upon that, but like the gauge wire that I have is probably big as this in the back of my truck. I don't know if you've seen my opening credits. All my amps are wired. Actually, I can show you. Let me pull up my video.
What are you running? Stick dot?
0 gauge.
0 gauge?
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that I have spent this entire stream without pants on.
Yeah, I'm in my underwear as well, buddy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Fist bump.
You've been hanging around.
Just a couple of naked dudes on a live stream.
Yeah, right.
And Chuck probably wearing pants, leaving those cameras off.
Right.
Yes, I am.
Fucking Chuck.
Prude.
Yep. Just an old hillbilly.
So this is wiring up my first setup, the way I have my amps. And this is all 0 gauge. This is probably right. In today's market, all that wire, putting ring terminals on each end of those wire, that's probably about $2,000 worth of wire right there.
I bet.
Yeah, I'll play the music.
Who's the bald-headed guy? Jesus.
Now, see, I have OCD. I had to make sure every single wire was perfect. You know what I mean? That's just some people don't take it that way. Like that ball of wire that you just had up there, Flo. That's typically what we see people when you look in their trunk and they just got wires all over the place. And you're eventually gonna have problems. So you got to be able to troubleshoot it. And how are you going to troubleshoot it when you have a shit tons of wires all over the place? So.
Right
But
on,
anyway, yeah. So, but
Yep. I have friends like you up here that I've never done a single thing on my subs myself on any vehicle I've ever had subs in. Every time I've had somebody else do it. But there are some people who just, and maybe you're one of these type of people who just, you can show up at their house and be like, "Hey, I just got a sub. You want to see it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then you pop the trunk and it's not hooked up, and they just start doing it, man. And they're just about it.
Yeah, I mean, friends and family know, when it comes time, they need something done, they call me or they'll FaceTime me and I can talk them through it, or I'm like, just bring the car over. I got a garage full of tools, or just bring it to the shop. We can square it away or build you a box or whatever you need. But, because I own my own shop. Actually, that video I just showed you, that was my shop. I had that shop for 10 years. I started my garage, and I sold it at the end of 2020, which was my best year. I did a couple $1 million in sales. And so I sold it to my salesman, and he's been paying me royalties, and basically, we worked out a deal.
So
but
that's where the pots and pans cheese comes.
Well, I'm not saying I haven't done well for myself. I mean, I'm not a millionaire. I mean, just because I did that much in sales, this business costs a lot of money, overhead and stuff like that. But, so I was planning on.
You're not rich enough that Jack Talcott thinks you're automatically immoral, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I have a real job, so it's not like I'm not working.
Just as long as you don't have too much success, the more successful you are, if there's an inverse relationship between success and your morality.
Oh, for sure. Like when I had my shop, like I said, I started in my garage, and then I rented my first building. I had $1,000 that I was like, all right, here's $1,000. I'm gonna rent this place. I'm gonna start because I had too many people coming to my house to do car audio shit. I was like, and some shady people in the industry, and my kids were little at the time. And I was like, all right, so I basically rented a storage unit in front of a flea market, and
Nice.
it blew up. I mean, people were driving by like, oh, stereos, what can you do? Whatever you want, and it was, originally my business plan was to just install stuff. Like I wasn't going to have any, merchandise, no product, nothing like that. And the very first day that I was ready to be open, I mean, I got my table saw and router. I'm ready to make shit, do shit. What, you don't have any speakers? You don't have any amps? You don't have any subs? I'm like, so right then and there, I fucking, all right. So I got shit, and 10 years later, I turned it into something really good, and it was a family deal, and I enjoyed it. But I basically retired for about 2 months, and then I decided that I'm gonna get another job. So another stairs shop that was quite a bit of ways away. I had a friend that worked there, and they needed someone to come run it, and I was like, well, why not? Fuck it. So that was like 3 years ago.
That sounds like capitalism.
Capitalism works good.
I mean, if you work hard and you're good at what you do and you're not a lazy piece of shit, you show up to work on time, you know what I mean? You can be successful. You know what I mean? Not every boss is going to be a great boss, but if you do the best that you can, I mean, you're taking the factor of you being a shithead out of the equation and limiting yourself and making, a decent living. So, it's just kind of how life, I guess, could be. And then and if you can learn shit along the way, like, I learned a lot from, people that I hired to work for me. I wasn't always the smartest guy. I'm never always the smartest guy, but I can definitely, pick up on what other people are doing, and learning better. I can teach other people what I, do, but yeah, no, I'm not rich by any means. I mean,
I've
Are
thought
you giving
about
the money away to the poor?
Yes, he is.
I do. I think Flo is poor. That's why I always buy him memberships for his viewers.
Toilet Bowl Earth. I don't know why you tempt me like that. I don't know why people do shit like that. Like, oh, Flow State's gonna ban people. Like,
ooh,
draw a target on yourself.
Pay Flo enough money,
But
and he won't ban you.
That is true. I don't know that I believe that Toilet Bowl Earth seems like the type of person that has any money to spare. But I'm gonna extend some Christian compassion to him, just to demonstrate that I'm a better Christian than the Christian.
But when I was in the heat of it and we were doing well, we would go to Walmart and pay off, people's layaways and stuff. We would go out a lot. We tipped very well to people, especially around the holidays. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't, and I dressed the way I'm now.
Bills.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't, I own one pair of like nice dress clothes that's for my wife's work. Once a year, they have a Christmas party that I have to go to. So I dressed up a little snazzy. I'll shave it up a little bit, make myself look presentable. But no, I try to live a fucking simple fucking life. Try to anyway. I really would like to get to my dentist appointments not till next week. If my face is swollen.
Oh, you got a bad one?
Yeah, I had to go yesterday. I'm on antibiotics right now, so it's
you got an infection.
Sucky. Yeah. It's like mild. It's not horrible. I'm not in any more pain, but
any toothache sucks.
Yeah. So, and honestly, all the years of, in my business, I was working, people don't realize, like, I was working a minimum 12 hours a day. And I say working, I literally would be, at the shop by 9. I mean, even before I got there, I probably already had 2 Mountain Dews in me. And, I had a one dedicated refrigerator that was just for Mountain Dews, so we go to Sam's Club and I would buy like 10 36 packs, and it was a Dr. Dre video up in there. all Mountain Dews because I was drinking Mountain Dews all day long, and I did that for 10 plus years, and it really wreaked havoc on my teeth. So ever so often I'll have one that's giving me a problem, but that's life, when you feed that much sugar. And go figure, I ended up being a diabetic. Go figure. I mean, now how does that?
Oh, really?
But and I have that
I think-
under control too. So
I quit. That's
quit.
Holy water.
I quit Mountain Dew cold turkey when the VA is like, you're diabetic. Your A1C is like what was my A1C? It was like almost 10. It was like 9.8 or something was my A1C. So I got that back down. I'm down to I think it was like under 6, something like that. So I dropped like 40 pounds because I quit carbs, I quit sugars, I quit soda that day because I couldn't see. I was like blinding myself, like I couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
And so I like I said, and that's a testament to my wife because I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. To this day, it's going on 2 years now that I was diagnosed. Every day, she still packs my lunch for me every day. I have 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, sugar-free jelly, strawberry, wheat bread, healthy shit, some cheese in there, stuff, that keeps my metabolism going. But I couldn't have done without her. She
Bless her heart.
Yeah, because I don't think, and she was making me eat less and eating more healthier, and she would cook me a separate dinner than she would the rest of the kids, and so I really give her a lot of credit, and she knows it. Like I don't have to call her in here to tell her, but
yeah, I gotta cook like that here because of the wife's diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So I just eat what she eats. Don't bother me.
Yeah, I was probably in my heyday, like I said, minimum 12 hours a day. There were some days like, because I did a lot of custom work. So I had always someone that had to be at a show tomorrow, or they had to be a show in a week. And, I was at my shop sometimes 24 hours straight working on a car, doing custom fiberglass work, doing installs. I had a CNC machine. I was making really cool shit with plexiglass and just cutting custom pieces. So I was working some crazy hours, and I lived off Mountain Dew. I can tell you how tired I was when I stopped drinking Mountain Dew. I never realized how much that caffeine really, I guess it was like being on meth. You know all about that, don't you, Flo? Like it was literally just fucking juiced me.
Never heard of it.
I mean, I was juiced like that. All that caffeine, man, that really.
Dr. Pepper's got more caffeine than Mountain Dew.
I don't think it does.
I don't know, but I can tell you, it was a integral part of my diet because I didn't eat breakfast, barely ate lunch, and then when I got home for dinner, I'd have this big massive plate of spaghetti or everything, and then whenever no one else ate, I was eating what they were eating. That's even if I even made it home for dinner. Otherwise, I'm ordering fucking pizzas or eating fast food. So, I didn't live very, very, very healthy. What's that, Hoppins? Remember that time when Paul the Booty Bandit said you weren't a man, Steve? Oh. Yeah. So I'm assuming he's doing the same bullshit over there.
Over and over.
I did. I think it was our poll. It was a couple weeks ago. He said that he was restreaming my stream, and that was the first time I went over there to watch him restream my stream, and he was just making fun of my intro video, about the bass or whatever. And I'm like, see that, like, I don't even talk about him, that's his thing. Like, just make fun of people, do whatever, I don't have a problem with Paul. He's doing your bullshit, but
yeah, he's just trying to keep his name relevant by pissing people off.
No, they don't. I mean, I got into it. It was fun, man. It was a change of pace because I never really been challenged much. In a sense like that, you know what I mean? So I was really getting addicted to the just the banter back and forth. But like anything else, it gets old. You move on to something else. But and that's kind of honestly why I created this channel, was to have a hangout. People come in, we can talk about stuff. Yeah, okay, let's shit talk somebody real quick, whatever. But not be the whole stream of just a constant, just personal attacks or, you know, whatever. That's not entertaining at
And the
all.
constant screaming. Oh God.
Oh yeah, you know, no,
Snafu,
that's
Tommy.
well, you know, when like Snafu and Tommy would come up here, you know, it was minimal, not like, you know, other panels, whatever, and you know, and I love Tommy. He's he's an awesome character, you know, on these panels, like the things he says to people, you know, it's fucking funny as shit, you know.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, it's super entertaining, but you know, it's
He has no idea how to interact with others.
no, I think he does. I'm pretty sure he's an asshole. I mean, honestly, straightforward. He's just an asshole.
You think that he has the ability to like restrain himself?
I've
No.
seen him do that recently. I think on some panels, he's been very well. Everybody, Slim with Tommy here. You know,
But
he's
he
been
Still
doesn't
isn't that
laugh.
restrained. It's kind of passive aggressive.
yeah. But no, he's entertaining as shit. You know, even Snafu, he's entertaining. You know, but you get to a point where it's like your cup's starting to overflow. You can only take so much. You know, so I don't know. But that's where, you know, where the channel came evolved is because you know, I just wanted to create a place where I could come in, and if I wanted to talk to somebody, I didn't have to get backstaged or muted or have to get in an argument, you know, like, you know, fit in where, you know, get in where you can fit in, right? So it just seemed like you know, I just wasn't fitting in as much as other channels. They were all doing the same bullshit. I'm like, well, fuck y'all. I'll do my own thing. If people want to show up and, you know, they want to come in and hang out and we can do some, you know, good stuff together, whatever, bring some good content to people and entertain people. Cause that's what we're here for. You know, we got 36 people in the chat. Welcome. EBT, Hoppins, Destroyer, you know, Sarah, she's here. You know, a lot of the regulars are here. They may not be chatting it up at the moment, but, and I also have not been paying much attention to the chat, which I said that I would. But again, it's, you know, Flo knows it's a lot of work being hosting one of your own shows here. So especially now, I'm making it harder for myself with all these extra monitors. I have all this extra, all these other windows open up, and I can do a bunch of shit. But no, man, it's just trying to keep it entertaining.
It's a lot more work to do a YouTube channel than it seems like it would be.
Mm-hmm. Now I can open up my OBS and I can just stream away and do whatever I want without having a panel, you know. And you're taking that that chance when you're opening the panel to people to come in, you know, Tommy, Snafu, you know, that they're going to derail. You know, the goal in mind that you have set for that stream or whatnot. But you know, paying attention to the chat, paying attention to you guys talking to me, paying attention to what I'm doing to my stuff, you know, like Flo just now, he was off on his phone and he wasn't really paying attention. You know, when you do that, when you're the broadcaster, it's like Jack does all the time. I'm sorry, at least he's honest. I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say? You know what I mean? So, and I don't blame him for that at all. You know, like I'd really.
But as long as there's a couple other people there, like if it's a panel, you can let it go for a while. I do all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way I could do streams as long as I do if I had to be on all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's that emptiness. If you can get somebody to fill the emptiness, you know, you can like you freaking go on for out. Like I've been on your stream Flow sometime, and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys later. I'll go get 5-6 hours of sleep, come back up, and here you're still fucking.
I've done that on my streams.
Yeah, you
went to sleep.
Yeah. Most of that stream I was asleep, and I woke up every hour. I set an alarm for every hour to come back and check, and it's still going on, which was amazing because nobody was there to let in new members. It was the same people.
Right. Welcome, TBE. What's going on, bud?
Shalom, my brother. Shalom.
Shalom to the ray of sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Salami mommy.
Shalom. You guys done talking about Masonic space lasers? Or did you guys already cover that?
Mesodic space lasers.
That was
Yeah.
Aaron. That was Aaron earlier, wasn't it?
Okay.
Flo?
Yeah, we already covered those.
The plasma generator.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
was that with Aaron earlier?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that dude's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I didn't watch most of Jack's. I just wasn't feeling it.
I do like. I love interacting with crazy people. I'm just not sure if he's a crazy person or an actor playing a crazy person.
No, there's something wrong with that dude. He's in La La Land. You
don't think he might be LARPing a caricature of Talcott?
No, he's well rehearsed, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's very well rehearsed with what he's saying and the way he believes in things. I don't know. It just seems like he's educated in what he's talking about.
And I seem to be the only one who thinks that maybe, but this is my first time interacting with him, and apparently everybody else has more of a history with him. So,
I mean, I've talked with him, but
story.
Yeah, he does say the same shit over and over and over.
But he and Word Wizard have the same pattern of they'll start with in one realm and then take the topic and jump it to another realm. So you go from like law to the Bible to physics and it all somehow is supposed to tie together, but it doesn't.
Right.
No, Wizard's retarded, so I mean,
yeah, and what is up with Wizard? What has he been doing on Jack's panel? Like, he doesn't fucking like Jack. Like, what?
I don't have any idea why Jack lets him up at all. I wouldn't let him up to sit there and do his little mime shit and that with his little Hitler mustache and look like a little fucking troll weirdo.
Yeah. Actually, I was watching London earlier, and he made a really good video of Keith and all that bullshit. It was pretty funny.
I mean, it's pretty obvious why he does it. He's just following his leader's example.
Yeah, I mean, that's granted too, but
it's interesting though that he gets away with it and nobody else does.
Gets away with what?
Kept taking on other panels. Like Tarek gets in trouble for it like every fucking day. I guarantee Tarek's down here watching right now, just not commenting.
You know, so you're going to like, let's say your top 5 people, panel members, chat members, whatever. You know, first and foremost, the tribe, he sucks the most dick. I can't fucking stand him. He's such a horrible person.
He's had me blocked forever, dude.
Yeah, same here. And all of a sudden now I can see his comments. I don't know if it times out on its own. And he was really the only one. Like Timmy Carini, him and I would go at it, and finally he caved in and he manned up and he said, "Hey, Truce, you know, I'll stop fucking with you. If you stop fucking with me, hey, I respect that. I won't fuck with you anymore. But when you come on panel wearing women's shirts saying that it's a fucking man shirt, I'm going to say some shit to you." But and then now, you know, and then now it's fucking chintard like Tarek. I mean, he'll be a fucking monster in the chat and then come up on the panel, peace, love, everybody. I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, what is wrong with you, man? There's something mentally wrong with you, bro. You know, so those are like the top 2 people that I really can't stand. Everybody else I really enjoy. You know, not as much as others, but
Wizard pisses me off.
Even he doesn't even bother me. You know what I mean?
It's because he's such a thorough. Like he has not copped to one thing. Like he has the most absurd lies, the most obviously false lies that have been proven false time and time again. He still refuses to just go, all right, you know what? Maybe I was mistaken.
But they're not even bringing beneficial content or beneficial conversation. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the use? You know, I mean, if you're going to come on here and that's your agenda is to be a troll and, you know, really just, you know, I guess the new word everyone's kicking around is this agent thing. Like people are agents. You know what I mean?
I think Snafu's an agent, and I think Tarek likely is.
I mean,
and Paul's on the fence for me.
But they're only agents if we allow them to be. You know what I mean? So, like, if I let Snafu up in here right now, and if he comes in and he's cordial and leaves, then he's straight. But if I let him up in here and he comes,
I mean, when I say he's an
Well,
agent, I mean I think that he is probably paid somehow. I don't think that snafu interaction is just as it presents. I think there's got to be some other reason why he is constantly for years always on every panel turned up to 10 repeating the same crazy bullshit about the same fucking people. He's a barrier to entry, right? He keeps people from interacting with Monograph. It seems like that's, I don't know. Just the logistics of his life only work if he's getting paid by somebody to be here.
People are. It looks like some people are afraid of that Monograph dude, huh? I think he scares people.
He's bad news.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of things about him, all of them extreme. When he came on my panel, he was very polite. I didn't experience anything weird with him.
Well,
no, because go ahead, Chuck.
A lawyer that's on YouTube that's got 500,000 or so subscribers. He's in a lawsuit with that guy right now.
Over what?
Because the lawyer called him a map. You know what a map is, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
What is a map?
Minor attracted person.
Yep.
Oh, like pedophile, pedophilia, all that nonsense. And what's up with that? You can't say pedophile on live streams or something? Is that what?
I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not, but I just avoid it at a. And part of the reason that I'm so down to avoid that is because I really don't want to loop on it. Honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. To hear the saying that, I mean, we all understand pedophilia is a fucking horrible thing. Like, in my opinion, if you have it, I don't care if it's a condition or not. It's not it should not be acceptable, and you should be locked away or whatever. You know what I mean? That's my opinion on it. You know, I hear that word so much lately, and it's just like the rape word. You know, like to me, it seems like it's dumbing down the actual problem.
It's normalizing it.
Yeah, there you go, normalizing it. Like, fuck that.
You mean desensitizing people to it?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
exactly. The more you hear it, the more you hear it, the less, it doesn't mean much. It's just a
less
word.
effect it has.
It's just
on
a word. Just a word. But no, I was getting that Monograph thing, like, the investigatory ability apparently this guy has. It seems like some people are a little afraid, but
well, he doxed Simple Jack with the quickness on my panel. Like he left for about 20 minutes and came back.
And called him Eric. Is that when he said Eric?
Eric and his last name, and I think he said where he lived or something too. Gotcha. He didn't do that much, but he did. After that, I was in the chat on one of his streams, and he saw me, and he mentioned that he had gone ahead and pulled my information. He hadn't doxed me, but he pulled my information because he didn't like that I had brought up Snafu and Tarek and let them all have it out on my panel. I didn't realize that Monograph had asked me not to do that until I watched the video a second time. So,
Well, you heard what he told Talcott, that he had everything. You heard what Monograph told Talcott.
No, I didn't see that.
He told him watch his step because he had all of Talcott's information already.
Yeah. Yeah, he told me kind of the same thing. I mean, after the fact, it wasn't before he came to my panel, but I'm not too. I guess I just, when you're dealing with somebody who deals in that sort of behavior, I just assume they do, and I'm not terribly afraid of being doxxed, anyways.
Well, supposedly he's one of the original anonymous people. If you remember the anonymous group.
Yeah, there's no way to know if that's.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you have something to hide, I can see maybe you're worried about it. But first of all, fuck that guy. Fuck Monograph. Look me up. Dox me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I don't understand the bravado. You know what I mean in broadcasting. I was like, is that supposed to deter people from going to combat with him in a sense? So let's let the chaos in. What's going on,
Yeah, let's
Snafu?
not forget he's also presented his fantasy of rape, torture, and kidnapping.
No,
of
he
children.
Here we
didn't.
Let's not forget he was involved.
go.
So
Jeez.
See,
Snafu.
this just lends way more credibility to him because when you chase down the leads that Snafu gives you, you end up nowhere. You end up on one blog and on a creepy art film.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and see, how the fuck is this motherfucker everywhere every time? Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Snafu.
Let's
the
also
same thing
not
can be
forget
said about
veteran
you.
charity fraud. He's covering up with Marfugal.
Don't make us waterboard you, Snafu.
Veteran charity fraud monograph's been covering up with Marfugal. Let's not forget about the Criminal Traitors Act.
Snafu, why the hell you freaking disrespect me like that? I've been sitting here waiting for the keyword, and I have you muted, by the way, so we can't hear you. You don't even fucking say hey in the chat, but you're gonna come up here and start streaming on panel?
What's going on, DD?
Hey man, seriously.
There you go.
Hey man, I'm serious. These are traitors, criminals, frauds, and the P's. And these guys want to talk about, oh, he's done this, he dogs it. Yeah, no wonder the optics of him being a freak and all the other shit's out there because old Snafu's over Target, still waiting for him to take me in court. He knows he can't.
Why
he
do
knows
you
what
think?
they got on his bitch ass.
Why do you think
you could
that?
fucking avoid all the optics you want, Flow State?
Come on,
He's a creep.
Snafu.
We just play. Hey,
Conversation.
you want to hear?
See, this is what I'm talking about. There's
All
no
right.
way this
I
dude.
muted him. Go ahead. You're muted,
There's
Snafu.
no way that Snafu is interested in actually doing what he says he is, because he would have learned how to communicate better this way. The reason nobody gives a fuck, Snafu, about what you have to say is because you're full of
Time
shit.
out. A lot of people give a fuck, Flo. You're the only one that seems to know.
No,
This is
nobody-
all over the net.
Who?
In fact, I showed
Who
you
gives a
40
fuck?
videos that you said, oh, I don't want to take the time to watch of many
From
different
one
content
person.
creators
40
who have
videos from
exposed
one
this piece of
person.
shit. You
That's
are
one
ignorant
person.
is what it is, Flo.
No, you're neurotic.
Yes. Ignorant to the optics. Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
And in
maybe
fact,
you should
I
learn
thought
to
it was
communicate
pretty
better.
desperate for you to have to
If
play
it's
his video.
true, taking
You
the
know,
court.
we played his audio courtroom video on Paul's today about him
Yeah, you
fucking
played-
fruit.
Snafu,
Yeah, went to
why don't you
even
Paul,
play
if
the
right?
that's
video of
real,
him in
I
courtroom
don't
having
give
to
a
talk about
fuck. Snafu, I don't care. I don't care about that video. I don't
Right,
care
you
about
don't
the
care
audio.
about him
I don't care about
presenting
the
himself
watermelon.
about,
If it's
children
real, I
harming either.
still don't
We
give
know
a
you
fuck.
don't care, Flo. We know you don't care.
Okay, then why do you keep bothering me about it?
Because you fucking support criminals, frauds, and peace.
It's not
And
criminal to
traitors.
have sex
Traitors
with a
are
watermelon.
Nobody.
Traitors, the word traitors. I say that publicly. I say that free. I say that with
Snafu.
conviction.
The
Traitors.
problem is that
Take me to
you're not
court.
credible.
Traitors.
You're not credible.
Taking
More
the
credible than
court
you've ever
then.
been.
No, you're
More
not.
credible than you would ever
No,
become.
you're
Again,
not.
I've been around 5 years. Google Snafu
Oh,
Snaps. Google
yeah.
hashtag
Blah, blah,
Tokyo.
blah, blah, blah.
Google Flow State. You get shit.
But yeah,
So I
5
put him in.
years.
I put him in the
Oh.
backstage. You know, like I said, we were talking earlier about I like Snafu. I think he is a great character, but as of right now, I don't see what his goal is. It's not jiving with the goal that I have for tonight. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. He's obviously a barrier to entry, right? He's a barking dog that's meant to keep people away from certain things.
Mm.
It's monograph is one of them.
You
I
mean
don't give
a
fuck about his little
gatekeeper?
bark. Yeah.
Well, I look at the bigger picture when it comes to Snafu. I see what he's trying to do. I see he's trying to call out people's fuckery.
But he's not. He's
but
not, though.
he is and he isn't.
He's
right?
incredibly inconsistent.
Exactly. It's like it's a confusion, and you have to kind of weed through and see what he's trying to do. The only thing I can say, Snafu, is try to hone your craft a little better. Put a little bit of chalk on your cue, so you hit the ball a little bit better. Put some English on it, because you're never going to get people to listen to what you have to say when you come in and you ramble, and you just make all these accusations without.
What do
you know what I
What do
mean?
you think about Snafu? You've been around a while.
I don't know if he probably went to go take a piss. What do you think about
No,
that?
actually,
Snafu?
it's funny. If you go to look at your private chat, I put exactly what the topic is about. Figured you might want to real optics. You ain't going to see some shit like this from Flo or any of these other fools.
Oh, the direct
So the
energy
topic
weapons? Yeah.
Yeah, I went in depth on the Maui and Australia DEW fires.
Do you want people to take you
Extinction level
seriously,
attack,
Snafu?
you know? So there
Where's
you
your
go,
proof?
Mr. DD. I put that for your subject, but I see what you're doing. I see who you're promoting. I see
Speculation
what
is
you're
not
ignoring,
proof.
and your ignorance, DD. It's frustrations from ignorant fucks like this guy. Why I get the way I get.
I knew that
They
you would see
literally
it.
want to
Do you-
support these criminals, traitors, and
do you-
frauds, and
do
make
you
excuses
want to be
for their
effective?
optics when it's all
Do
over
you
the place.
want to be effective? Because you're not
I
effective.
am effective.
You not.
You could
You
think
suck
I'm
at
not.
what
I'm
you
more
do.
effective. That's why That's why the little bitch been running to you, trying to damage control. You would never even have him on your channel if it wasn't for old Snafu. You would
he
never
is
have even known who the fuck
he
he
is-
was. It's
Snafu,
because of me
he
and what we're
presented
doing is
so
why
much
he's
better
damage
than
controlling
you.
with shit like you and Talcott.
Yeah, but
He was well
Snafu,
spoken.
you would
Have
have
a
a much better,
conversation.
you would have a much better outcome finding a better delivery system instead of the way that you're doing it. I mean,
family.
do you agree?
I agree. I've made that many. That's why I said check out LCJC Family on YouTube.
Not going to.
Check out Pandora's Box Revelation on YouTube. There are many people who've exposed these veteran frauders and these
I'm
pedophile
not going on
type
any
fuckers.
more goose chases. I don't give a fuck.
It's not
You
goose
fucked up-
chases. You're the
you
one who's allowing these
personally,
people cupcake
you
without
personally
ignoring-
are
with
the one who
ignoring
fucked up
the
all of my
optics.
give a
I even
fuck
showed you
for doing
courtroom
research into people.
documentation of him having to fuck a fruit and then explain it was not a watermelon, it was a honeydew. Courtroom documentation, Flo, but you're going to sit there
Nobody
and pull
cares.
up and
Snafu,
his
I
5G
could not
talking.
care
He's
less.
talking like he's an anon, but you're not going to show the creepy shit that this guy, and then doxing everyone. Even Simple Jack told you, bro. Snaps is right, man. The guy fucking did what he did. I got roommates to worry about.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean that's
Many
pretty
people-
fucked up. That's pretty fucked up.
What, that
Flo,
he
so you
fucked
gotta-
if he fucked a cantaloupe? I don't give a fuck. It's
No,
not-
well,
you don't give a fuck.
that
Same
is
with you don't
fucked.
give a
That
shit
part's
if the
fucked
child
up. But
was being harmed and
he
fantasy
doxed
was being
Simple
put out.
Jack on the same on your episode. Doxed him in real
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he did. Simple
Yeah,
Jack
and so I don't
played a
give a
stupid
shit.
I don't
game.
understand
Simple
why
Jack
you're
gave him
defending him.
about
permission.
him.
Simple Jack
So-
gave him permission.
And you know what? That's why
Okay,
Simple
all
Jack
right.
said Snaps is right, and I got roommates to worry about, and maybe you should start listening to him.
No, Snafu,
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
ever
there is
going to
no
listen to
your
you.
fuck- You could argue for this criminal, traitor, racketeering piece of shit
As
all you
far
want.
as I'm
You're
concerned,
ignorant.
Then press
You're ignorant
charges.
to what the
Press
people been telling
charges.
you.
Press
You're
charges.
ignorant.
from my
if he's a
firsthand
criminal.
experience, I've witnessed way more shit that's criminal out of you, Snafu, than Monograph
Okay,
ever.
so take me to court or handle it, just like I tell him.
I'm not taking you to
But see,
court.
when you're
I'm not
pushing
a
up
cop.
his 5G, okay, here's what's funny. We got videos of him with the creepy shit. I got courtroom documentation about fucking fruit. Oh, we don't want to hear this, but we
I
want to
know,
hear
I
him
know.
about how
We've
he
been
works
on
with
this
the
loop.
anons, how he could dox people, how he thinks the
Blah, blah,
world of
blah, blah.
5G. Dude, you are sucking up to Masonic bullshit, beast system, ritualistic fucking pea
You're
pushing.
an agent.
fucktards,
You're a
bro.
gatekeeper.
And you're ignorant to what even is going on.
I'm
These
not
motherfuckers wouldn't even
ignorant.
be in
All
your
right,
fucking channel
Snafu.
if it wasn't for me.
You're Snafu. You're
Take
ruining
it
my
to
vibe.
court if you got any proof.
What's he
Ruining my
gatekeeping?
Absolutely,
vibe.
we got proof.
What's
Again,
he gatekeeping though? What's he gatekeeping from Monograph?
He seems to be keeping
what I
people
gain
away from.
Monograph's just some
Alright.
boomer with
Don't
like
call him
basic ass
pedograph.
conspiracy bullshit.
I don't
like,
know much about Monograph. Here, let's read about Snafu Snaps. You want to read about Snafu Snaps?
sure.
Man charged in motel blast tied to hash oil.
Okay, I've been honest with that from day one. Do I have
Yeah.
children chained on the wall? Do I present myself as a first anon? Do I have fucking people saying I'm a pedophile? Do I fucking dox in front of your own people?
Do I
Your
have
own
people
on your
saying
panel?
I'm a P?
Your own people you claim
See
to be
that?
friends
You
with?
start rumors
Nah,
and
see,
then
Flo,
you use
I
them
blew
as
up a
evidence.
hotel making hash oil, but it didn't blow
I
up.
mean, Snafu getting in trouble for making hash oil is probably one of the least offensive things that I've heard about other people in these communities.
I'm still kind
Yeah,
of
but
curious
see,
what
this-
he's
This is an
gatekeeping
actual
about.
news article.
I mean,
I'm not
you were
I
just
told you I
talking
read
about
the
putting
news
your
because-
girlfriend in the trunk to evade warrant. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like, what are you even talking about at this point?
It's
Yeah.
damage control. It's just like what pedograph is doing at Flo's channel. He wouldn't even be with you,
You
or
know
on
what,
your channel,
Snafu?
Jack Talk Off, if it
Snafu.
wasn't for the
Snafu.
truth, yo, as a
I'm going to
crew,
release another
exposing these
Monograph
traitors,
video.
exposing these frauds, exposing the pedo optics. But Flo
I'm going
wants
to get it
go out
ready
and double
tonight,
down.
Snafu.
How about we
Tonight,
put
Flo
I'm
get-
going to get
love
ready.
that groom
Another
guy.
monograph video
Yeah, hold on,
just
Dee Dee.
because you're
Hold on,
annoying.
I'm gonna put courtroom documentation shit in your private chat about him being a harassment on YouTube and also fucking fruit on the record in court.
Good job, Snafu.
Yeah,
You're
let's
responsible for more
hear him
monograph
talk.
stuff.
You can push him up all you want.
Hey,
But let's hear
Snafu.
the
Hey,
real
calm
man.
down.
Let's hear
Calm
your
down.
new best friend,
Snafu.
the fruit
Snafu.
fucker.
Snafu. Can you give me the context for this fruit fucking incident? I mean, why is this in the court documents? Like, why did that
well,
come
the
up?
thing is he's a freak. He cross dresses. He has little kids' toys.
Oh, it's obvious. I mean, you can just tell.
He's
that.
been
You
pushing
can
that.
just tell.
So, what happened is if you listen to the thing I'm going to send DD, the first 7 minutes, it talks about him being a tyrant on YouTube, doxing and da-da-da. It talks about him being a YouTube and people calling him the P. But because they had to make sure the court documentation was right, he didn't fuck a watermelon. It was a honeydew. So they needed to make sure the courts knew that, yeah, the guy's a freak, but he fucked we can't lie here. It wasn't a watermelon. It was a honeydew. No, fact is Flo wants to present his new pal as this great, cool guy when even his own panel members are saying, dude, this guy doxed me and I got roommates to worry
You
about.
think that he's his new pal? He's
I
not his
don't
new
know
pal,
how
and
many
you know
more times
that.
I can tell you that I really don't give a fuck about basically anything that you're saying. The one thing I would care about, I looked into, and turns out it's a dead end. Total dead end. You're a dead end. And you know what? You're also the reason I'm for sure releasing another monograph video. Just to spite you.
I'm still curious about what Snafu is gatekeeping exactly.
I don't know that, but
you made the claim though.
Well, it was sort of a bait. I wanted to toss it out to see if it got a response, and it just got questioned.
Because I didn't hear anything interesting from those videos that you played with that monograph guy. Like, he just seems like a.
Well, you watched the whole thing.
Well, yeah, he's a basic boomer with meme level conspircy theories.
Yeah, if you're mean to him,
half of them he gets wrong. It's almost pretty comical when he's explaining.
Hey, Steve.
Also, why
Steve,
would you?
Why don't you
also,
play the
why
first
would you?
7 minutes of this, and past the 7 minute marker? This is who Flo's new friend is, and this is courtroom audio, by the way, in the courts about this guy on YouTube doing what he's doing, and then fucking fruit. Why don't you play it for everyone to? This is Flo's new pal.
Also, I'm
audio.
curious
Receipt,
why a honeydew melon? Wouldn't a cantaloupe work better to the flesh?
No, you guys be interested.
Yeah, I mean, both of those have like
no,
hard
that's
skin.
the first video. I'm talking about the second one I posted in your thing.
I mean, yeah.
It's not very smart, I guess.
I
don't know. Sorry, Snafu. Go ahead, buddy.
No, play it from the beginning. The first 7 minutes, start at the beginning, if you will. And this is Flo's new friend. This will answer a lot of your questions you guys keep asking me.
So how do we know this is actually an audio? Snaps, how do we know this audio is real? I'm not saying it's not. I just want to know how you know.
Everyone's covering it, you dumb fuck. Just like you said, how do we know it's him in the mask or not? When he's admitted he's been the one making the videos.
I don't know these things because, Snafu, I don't care about them. I don't care.
Snafu, reel it in. Reel it in, Snafu.
This is who Flo's supporting.
Never heard about it until you.
Right, Court Spartan. I am the sponsoring attorney, John.
Yes, okay. Thank you. All right, Mr. Randazza, your motion.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Your Honor, as you've probably noticed looking at the file, there are hundreds of pages of exhibits here. Really, to boil it down and to boil down what this motion's about, I think we first have to have perhaps an opening scene where we introduce the characters. Mr. Rekieta is, I suppose if you were to sum him up, a legal comedian. He spends his Saturday nights on camera discussing legal issues, always in a humorous tone, often in a tone that personally is not my cup of tea, including at least one time directly insulted my law partner. In fact, that's how I came to know him. However, this is just par for the course. It's as if he's the triumph, the insult comic dog of the legal profession. Now, on the other side, we have Mr. Quest. And I say that with quotes. I am not stipulating that that's actually his name. He has had at least claimed name changes, but let's refer to the.
All right, I'm just gonna stop real quick. So, is what I'm hearing and seeing this guy had sex with a melon?
Yeah,
that's
it's in there at the
that's what we're talking
7-minute
about.
marker after they talk about his predatory YouTube actions. They had to
Mm.
make on the record to say he fucked a honeydew, not a watermelon, because that's one of the claims that, is real. He's a freak.
Yeah, I'm with
Flows
Destroyer.
Ukraine
I
plus
think
watermelons
this
while
could
he
be
goes
just
harm on children.
satire. This whole thing could just be orchestrated. Fucking
No, it's not, bro.
You
He's
know,
a fucking piece of shit.
well, Snafu, I can appreciate, the things that, are important to you, but that's
I
really
don't.
not
I think
important.
they're stupid.
That's really not important to me.
Well, no,
as
it's not. I get it, but when he's pushing this guy, like, 5G, and this guy has literally threatened his own panel members, people in our community we know, Simple Jack and others.
You
right?
threaten
Simple
people
Jack told his bitch
constantly.
ass, bro. Snafu's right. He just doxed me. I told you guys about him before Paul got doxed. What
You were
happened to
threatening
Paul?
Mitchell
I
yesterday.
knew who these characters are. I know what's going on. I know why they won't take me to court, because we do have criminal traders and pedo optics and so much more in them. I hope they do. I'm more worried about getting Isaac Capied. And when I deal with freaking ignorant fucks like Flo who do nothing, when we actually put the truth out there, yeah. Fuck you. I'm a whistleblower. I'm
Fuck
putting
you.
out real shit, you piece
I
of
still
shit.
think you
Flo.
might be an
ain't doing shit.
advertiser. You still might
You
be a
ain't
weird
doing
form
shit,
of
Flo. I'm an
marketing.
agent, for fucking Christ. For God.
I
You're a
never
piece of
would have
shit
heard of him if it
anti-doc
weren't for
piece of
you.
shit. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Yeah, bring Truth or Cop up on here real
Well,
quick.
it was good seeing you, Snafu. I appreciate you bringing all those things to our attention. Have a good night, bud.
Stay gay.
Still, like a honeydew. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. I don't get it. And no, Miss Sarah, normal dudes don't fuck fruit. That's kind of weird.
Welcome, Truth or Cop. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good. How about you, man? How you doing?
So
How
what's
you
the
know?
story around this melon?
It's my favorite goy. Truth
Well,
or
that's
Cop.
what we're trying. Yeah, I want to know more about this.
My favorite goyim. How are you, sir?
How you doing, TV? I don't want to comment too much on it because I haven't looked into it much, but it is the official court transcript. The whole melon bit was official court transcript.
How do
I
we
did
know
find
that? How do we know that's official court transcript?
I went to what is it, Minnesota or whatever the hell the court is.
Okay, you actually okay. All right.
I went to the court record itself and found it. It's whatever state it was. It's pretty easy to find.
So is there any context to it?
Yeah, what's a big deal
It was
here?
about the claims. See, I guess, Monograph was making some provocative content or something, and Rekieta made claims about what he did on camera or didn't do, or what he saw, and it's a defamation lawsuit. Rekieta is being sued by Monograph for defaming him, and that was one of the claims that he made was about this whole him doing this on camera thing.
So the lawyer is referring to the claim, not necessarily stating that was an action that happened.
So he's wrong because it was the improper type of fruit. Is that what the defense is on the claim?
I think, dude, it was a troll. Like, it was within the court transcript, you could tell the attorney was trolling. Like, they were like, because you can say anything in court. That is one thing I came to revelation of, is that there's one place slander is allowed, and it's in a courtroom. You can say whatever you want.
Right.
It's not slander.
It's true.
So some of that might be going on here. I don't know what the game being played is at all, but it is. I did go and make sure, I had to say, was this real? And yeah, it's official court record.
Weird.
I'm just trying to associate why that has to be such a big deal. Like, why do we really care?
It only makes sense to me if Snafu is advertising for Monograph.
I can't. I have no proof against that or for it, but beyond what we've experienced. But yeah, I didn't hear about Monograph until Snafu, so I do get that.
Neither did
claim.
I. None of us did, I don't think.
Well, I would say if Snafu is correct, if these guys are engaged in some kind of veteran fraud scam, which is a thing, there are a lot of people that do the veteran fraud bullshit. I mean, if he is involved with something like that, I can understand where he's coming from. if he actually cares about that. You know, I can't talk for his reasons or anything, but I mean, if he is doing that, that's fucked up. You know.
Well, I'm a veteran, and if someone's trying to screw some type of charity or some type of, business that's trying to help veterans, that sucks. But I'm not a champion for that. I'm not going to waste my time worrying about, or like it
Now,
doesn't.
Let's say that there is fraud. Let's say everything Snaps is saying is real, and we're trying to like actually get somebody prosecuted. Snaps is making that harder, isn't he?
Yeah, no,
the delivery is pretty
wouldn't
off.
necessarily be doing it the right way. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he can speak for himself. I don't know. You want to let him back up? I think he might have a reasonable conversation, but because I've spoken somewhat about this before with him, but I don't want to get into it without him here.
Yeah, I have the free StreamYard, so I can only fit 6. But if he comes back up, he'll be cordial. I know he's a cordial. As a matter of fact,
Steve, I can bail if you need a spot.
Snafu's a gong basher, man. He's
I'm
clobber.
gonna get off. I have to take a potty break anyway, so I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna add Snafu.
Got another melon right here.
Yeah, Chuck's involved with this guy.
It's very, very tantalizing, sir. Thank you for that image.
He's in Monograph's closet right now, streaming. Passing him melons through the closet door. Here you go.
But Snafu, if I'm going to let you up, I'm going to be off. I please respect, the viewers. And
I mean, I'd like to just like kind of get to like the gist of it.
Let's have a conversation.
We need some meat and potatoes here.
Let's have a conversation here. So I'm going to bring him up, and I'm going to step down real quick.
Yeah, let's get some meat and potatoes or meat and melons, whatever.
Steve, I put a video in your chat that explains the charity fraud, and these videos are out there. I don't know if you want to just share it with them, or you might as well play it while you use the bathroom break. This will explain everything. I just put it in your link, man.
I don't think he can. I think
he's gone.
Away from the command center.
Check LCJC family out on YouTube, and her 4th video is part 1 of a 4-part series. We uncovered veteran charity fraud, man. These guys are privately owned, government operated channels.
Did you take them to court?
Bro, government operated.
Did you take them to court?
Dex,
Did you take them to court?
Works for the number 2 data collection agency in the world. His title was the vice president of social media relations on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
This is where we gotta Snafu. We gotta trust the audience here.
We need a mind map. We need a mind map of this.
Well, we've already heard this before, Snafu. We all have heard this, so we continue on from that point.
Okay, let me simple it. Chuck, you say take it to law enforcement. Do you know your president of the United States sniffs children's hair? Have you taken it to law enforcement?
No, but nobody here runs around talking about it constantly.
Do you know he's involved with China and other countries?
People.
Have you guys taken it to law enforcement? Do you not think law enforcement, some of them, not all of them, are probably in deep with some of these people? Yeah, something to think about. That's why we have combat veterans and non-combat veterans who've been dealing with this for 5 years. That's why we have regular citizens and whistleblowers. That's why people like Truther Cop are actually finding other pogos linked to some ones that we've been watching.
So this is a pretty big operation.
LCJC family on YouTube will answer a lot of your guys' questions.
You can't believe anything on YouTube.
Especially Snafu Snaps.
Well, we're sitting on YouTube.
They're doing nothing while Predator pushing up a guy involved in veteran charity fraud. You're too ignorant to even look at what's presented as evidence or anything to you. So really, I can't give two shits about you because again, we have people whose lives been in danger when ignorant fucks like you think it's cute. When you think we're just playing games, exposing these type of people online.
That's all you're doing, running around.
Okay.
Maybe you should work harder to make yourself sound more credible.
And we put in more work than you would ever do.
Let's try this.
You do nothing but turn on a camera and grip for a fucking YouTube channel.
Hold on, somebody has a question. Maybe he's got a question.
Give Flow State some evidence to try and refute.
Well, he just did with the
Okay,
Recaida lawsuit right there.
Do you want emails
Okay.
from the charity, the
No,
501c3?
here's my rebuttal
saying,
to
hey,
the. Here's my
received
rebuttal
no
to that.
funds, and then
Snafu,
2 days
shut
after
up and
we
let me
closed
respond
it,
to this.
all of a sudden we got the funds. Do you
My
want those
response is,
emails?
I don't give a fuck about the fruit.
Right, you don't give a fuck about
I
fraud.
don't give a
You
fuck.
don't give a fuck about people posting fantasy.
You will know them by their fruits. You will know them by their fruits. It's in the Bible.
You're gonna have a guy who posts
That's
fantasies of harming
right.
children on your
I
channel
got a melon for
because you
sale.
don't give a
Brother,
fuck,
preach.
Flo.
Amen.
You don't give a fuck. He's involved in traitorous,
It
fraudulent
wasn't a
acts.
fantasy about children, but
don't
I'm not
give
going
a
to have this
fuck,
argument
Flo.
with
We know
you
you
because
don't.
you already know that.
Hey, Flo, can I auction
Yep.
my melon off on your show?
Say that again.
I said, can I auction my melon off on your show?
You for sure can.
Oh, I thought you said, could you get your melon off on the show?
No, I think that, you know what? I think the next stream should be dedicated to melons.
Hey, you guys want to hear something? I got
No.
receipts right now that Jack and Cynthia lied about getting
Nobody
some of
gives
their
a fuck.
content restricted or removed.
Hold on.
because I
Go
got
ahead,
the
Snaps.
email
I
from
want to hear
YouTube
this.
telling me Jack and Cynthia got their shit hit. Why? Because I told them Crew was gonna fucking hit them for their Nazi bullshit, delusional bullshit shit that they tried to
that
pull.
makes you
And
a
I got the
man?
email confirmation today. But when I confronted both
Well,
Jack
post
and
it.
Cynthia,
Snafu,
they
these are the
lied.
monograph
I have those
optics, man.
receipts. And yeah, I'm
This is his
bragging that I
monograph
fucking
optics,
did
man.
what I told him I'd
Show
do.
it, Flo. Show it.
What?
I said, show the email that you
I'll
got
send,
from
I
the
sent the
almighty
receipts to Paul
YouTube.
and MGTOW. I mean, if you have a cell phone or whatever, I'll send it. I can't send pictures in the private chat. I sent them. I took screenshots of what YouTube emailed me and screenshots of who was reported on what date. And it was
Nobody's
Jack
giving
and
you their
Cynthia.
phone
And
number,
when
you
we asked
weirdo.
Jack and Cynthia today, hey, did you guys get any videos removed or fucking any videos restriction on them?
Ooh,
And both of
what a
them were
man.
like, yeah,
Why would you
yeah.
So
do
you're
that?
you're running around reporting videos the day after you told Mitch
I'm
that you were
scared
going to
I'm
get his
reporting
dog
Nazi
taken
fucking
away.
pedo
See
pogo
what kind of a
supporting
low
piece of
piece
shit.
of trash
You're
you
gonna
are? This
support.
is why
I'll
nobody
report your
cares
shit
what you
now.
have to say.
I'll
Flo,
report
that's
the
what,
fuck out of you. All
Flo,
the snafu crew who watches Flo promote this pedophile.
There is
No,
no
hold on.
fruit.
Oh my God.
Report his bitch ass.
Snafu,
Flo, that's
you
what
like you
Karen
get caught up in
said.
your emotions too easily, man. You got shit
No, I
to
get
say.
caught up in these ignorant fucks, dude. That don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
that
but you
whistleblowers' lives are
let
in
him get
danger.
you let him get you, man. You
Well,
let him get you.
whistleblowers' lives are in. What do you expect? I moved. We've had rats with eyeballs pulled out in front of our houses. People like. I mean,
Yeah,
you know
I've
how
had
it
rabbits,
What?
dude. I've had
What?
rabbits with their heads cut off in front of my house.
That's nasty
Right.
work, King.
It was
See,
like a
when,
coyote or
when
something, though.
Truther Cop says that, I believe Truther Cop. When Snafu, when you say that, I don't believe you.
Right, but you're an ignorant
It
piece
was
of
a
shit.
coyote.
And
No,
again,
It
none of
wasn't
this
because I was
people
being
Because
fucking
Truther
threatened.
Cop
even
is
Yeah,
still
he lives in
credible,
the middle of
but
the
wasn't
you're
for
long
him being
past that.
triggered at me, Flo. Have
Hold
you
on.
ever
I
thought
like.
about that? Why is Pedograph 78,000 whatever coming to Flo's channel? And all he has to do is talk shit about old Snafu and the crew. He ain't really there to cupcake with Flo. Do you think he came there to watch your channel or be part of your community? No, motherfucker. You're the one taking advantage of him, trying to use his name for clout and shit. And
And
damn
guess
straight, you're
what?
pushing a predator.
Thanks to you,
You're
I'm
using
for
him
sure releasing
and
a
you're
fourth
pushing
monograph
his
video.
predatory
Yeah, but he
bullshit
talked
fucking
about the
ways.
5G whiz though.
Yep. There's more, and I'm definitely Snafu. I'm definitely making a fourth video,
Right, it's
and
okay.
remember, it's
Simple
going to be
Jack and
dedicated
others
to
told
you.
you too. You ignored your own fucking panelists saying, "Hey, dude, the guy doxed me. Like, what's up, Flo?"
I know
You
that
don't give
he
a fuck.
doxed
You
him.
don't
I
care.
was there for
You
it,
don't care. You don't care if children are chained on walls presented as being
but they're
harmed.
not.
We get it, Flo.
I'd like to hear more about
The veteran charity
the
fraud
rats getting their
video,
eyes
DD,
gouged
because
out.
I know you're a veteran. That veteran charity fraud video is in your private chat now. You guys want to know about where this comes from? And a different presentation, a non-cussing, and like a legit woman telling you how the veteran charity fraud, everything involved.
You're a legit.
Snafu.
It's in your chat, DD.
Snafu, can you, one day, what I would argue is maybe you host a live stream and you lay this all out, man. And we come. I'll come watch that.
Yeah,
I'll come watch you later.
Yeah, I'll
Like
come
I said,
too.
It's hard to
man.
follow.
Let's
It's
go
hard to
snap.
follow him like
if
that.
DD would play the video I just put in there, it's going to answer a lot of your questions. Every
Which
question
one?
you guys are
Put
asking,
a-
and it's all about the veteran charity fraud.
You put a shit ton of videos. Which one are you talking about?
It's the
I think
same
it's
one.
all
I
the
kept
same. It's all
repeating
the
that
same
video.
link,
I'll put it
yeah.
one more time.
Part one of this is 30 minutes long. You want us to watch 2 hours of video to get the fucking
You
answer?
don't care. You want receipts, and then I show you receipts which have emails.
Yeah, come on,
which have fucking
I've
voice
been through
audio
his
to the
receipts. They're
501c
bullshit.
charities. Oh wait, it's too long of videos, even though it's all full of receipts.
You can't have it
Flo State.
both
I'm an
ways. You
ignorant
can't
fuck,
be
so
like,
I'm
I
just gonna
don't
push the
care, and then
predator
you
up
go,
for
show
clout.
me the receipts.
Fuck you, Flo.
I
You
don't
can't
care.
go-
I would
Flo
care
State,
about the. I would
Flo
care
State, you
about
can't
the.
say I
piece.
don't care about the evidence and then
Hey,
say,
Flo, we're
I've
acting
been
like
come
through
on,
we
man.
care. We're
Like, what are
acting
you
like we
doing
care
here?
right
Listen,
now.
I've
We're
been
acting
through
like
the
we care
evidence.
right now.
All the evidence I've been through is bullshit. That's why I don't care about anything else he could try to drop. He's given me his best stuff. It's all
Dude,
shit.
you might play this. This is 100% legit. You want to see what the Snafu crew's been putting in over the years? Play this. This
That's
shows you
not
how
true.
legit we are.
Hey,
This shows
hey,
you
I
we
mean, I
stand
don't
up
want
for
to go on a
veteran charity
tangent.
fraud linked to other criminal actions online.
I don't want to go on a tangent here, but I'd love to hear about the rats' eyes getting gouged out. And stuff.
Right? Yeah, that was interesting.
That was kind of
Yeah,
glossed over
well,
really
we've had
fast.
three people in our group that their houses have been doxxed, of course, by the same person, and then the rats were the first rats, and one was a squirrel, but yeah, their eyes pulled out right in front of the house. Messaging.
All of them, they all had like some type of
Yeah, so within the same week too. Within the same week, I moved because of the shit. Again, dude, this video. Look at the date. How old is this video, Steve? This shit's been going on for 5 years. We've been exposing these criminals for a while. They're just ramping up, and the reason they're going to flows is because they know we're over target more than usual. They're
How
all
long
connected.
have you been hovering over that target for?
5 years, motherfucker.
When are you
They're
going to drop
criminals,
the
traitors,
bomb,
frauds,
man?
and pedophiles
When are you
linked with
going
big tech.
When are you
They're
going to let her
linked with
rip?
big tech, you idiot.
Hey,
You just
somebody
like
hit
the view
pound
up there?
The bomb sound, please.
Yeah.
Wrong
Yeah.
panel.
We are
Video was
Mandela
locked to
TV.
all you guys that question the veteran charity fraud and everything else, what I do, why I do it.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and play this snafu. I've definitely seen a drop in our subscribers. I'm not sure if it's because of the banter back and forth.
Not our subscriberinos.
That was
bro.
all those bot subscribers
No,
that
go
came
ahead
in
and
here
play
to,
it. Big screen it. You guys
to
will be
counter
surprised.
Snafu's
You
narrative.
want receipts? Here you go. Here's one of thousands, and this contains audio, emails, everything.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
I mean, this screams credibility right here already.
I work for a military charity, and we are seeking donations from veterans just like you.
Calling. We'd like to verify your information on file.
Calls like these can happen anytime, but especially during the holidays when veterans are perhaps feeling even more charitable. And it's not just phone calls that are a concern.
This is just my fire team.
Chris Castle, a Marine vet who served in Desert Storm, got a
That was
knock
a dope
on his front door
K5.
earlier this year from a group of young people appealing to his patriotism.
A group of young people. Ooh.
Wait, was that text important to the content?
Yeah,
What's up,
I
guys?
missed
It's
that.
Adam A.K. Mark, and this
Can
is
we
my
go
Google
back
News.
to that?
You
for a
may or
second?
may
Can
not
you
know
read
me,
that?
and this might be your
Yeah.
first video, but I
Sorry. Yeah. That part. Yeah, man. Thanks, Steve.
Hey, can you turn it up too, Steve? It's really
No,
low.
it's way too loud.
It's really fucking loud, Snaps.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear it. Maybe it's my end. Sorry,
No,
guys.
yeah, it's stupid.
Okay.
loud,
It's like a
yeah.
fucking dubstep show.
Yeah.
My bad.
Is it too
Oh,
loud?
it's fair use disclaimer. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's fair.
okay,
You do.
okay.
We watch our shit. The Snap. This is one of our whistleblowers, LCJC. She was involved from the beginning. You guys want different presentation? This is it. No cussing, straight to the facts, the emails.
The cussing isn't the
Let it run,
problem.
dude.
The
Let it run.
sources are.
2x. Just do it.
Let's do it.
No, play it at regular. Just play it regular, because that way
how
no
long do I
bullshit.
got?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
This is 31 minutes.
Yeah,
How long am I? How
That
long
was
am I
the first meme. We do have to carry that through. I mean,
Yeah,
we ain't got time for
1.25.
that.
Let's go.
1.5.
Let's cut the difference. There we
Okay,
go.
2.5.
Let's cut the
Okay, let's
difference,
go. Yeah. Let it
Appreciate
run.
that, Steve.
What's up, guys? It's Adam A.K. Marf, and this is Marfugal News. You may or may not know me, and this might be your first video, but I want to let you guys know something.
Here we go.
I work really hard at this YouTube thing, and I spend anywhere from 8 to 10 hours doing every show I do.
You sure about that?
It may be edited videos and kind of short broadcasts. We spend all day preparing for a nighttime show 5 nights a week.
Should have acted right. This could have been you, but you playing.
Well, you didn't have to say it like that.
Like, okay, fine.
We are all very nervous about where the next few months are going.
I need some money. I need some money real bad.
I mean, Marfugal is a grinder, though. I mean, that dude
We
fucking
have a lot of
puts-
systems that we're putting in place to help smaller creators.
And his partner is the number 2 data collection agency vice president. Right there,
Who,
Mike
Dex?
Sutton.
Dex?
That's his co-host right there.
That's
And
Dex?
even do some of the things
Yeah.
that we've done.
Notice
Oh,
behind
no
him it
way,
says
really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, notice behind him it says DEX.
Whoa,
Right? He
man, the
told everyone.
Sampuku
Hey, can you
eyes,
pause it for a
bro.
minute?
It's like the Sampuku eyes, bro.
Notice behind him it said DEX, right? But his whole community, they think he got the name from that TV show Dexter, you know, the Dexter TV show.
Writing this contact.
These guys are putting the messaging in front of your face and lying. It's just like when Tommy's running around with his universal symbol. But go ahead.
It was very insightful.
On our website, we want to help a lot of different folks. Our T-shirt sales end up going 100% to Cars for Veterans. Carsforheroes.com, of course.
We wanted to verify if you guys received any donations from Marfugal News at all.
I see assholes like you every day.
Receipts flow.
Get away with it. Not up in here.
Not up in here.
Receipts flow. This isn't receipts for shit.
Terry Franz, the founder of Cars for Heroes. All right, Terry, I just had to introduce you. How are you doing, Terry, and what is going on?
The double douche.
Which one of these
I'm
clips
doing
you
great.
spliced in do you think
Talk
the
to
receipt
guys.
is?
Be looking forward to having a little conversation on what we're all about.
Well-
Be looking forward to having a little conversation on what we're all about. Be looking forward to having a little conversation on what we're all about.
Well, wait a minute.
It's proof that he was raising funds for veterans, but it's not proof of
Yeah,
fraud.
that
That's
that Cars for Heroes seems like a
You
scam.
guys don't even know. You're talking before you even listen to the whole thing. There's, again, 5 years of evidence of them covering
You just
it up,
asked me if
even
there was
today.
receipts.
Exactly right.
Just be patient here,
become
Paul.
familiar
Let's
with
be
your
patient.
program, and just becoming familiar with your program, and just becoming familiar with your program.
Okay, whoa, back the truck up. I thought you've been giving them money, like, for the last 3 years. Like, in 2019, you did this fundraiser for them, right? 100%. 100% they were going to get, but he's the founder. He's the one that would collect this money. But
Who's talking?
He has no clue. Like, he has no clue. What's going on?
The only rules that really matter are these. For a man
Yeah,
trying to-
who's talking right there, Snap? Sorry.
Yeah,
That's the lady putting the video, LCJC family. She's the one who's doing the
All right,
videos.
cool.
I'm a little confused with that, Adam. I'm a little confused right now. He doesn't know about you. Clearly.
Dude, this is a hit video. This is trash.
Just dealing with them. And they have been promoting Cars for Heroes charity, saying that they were going to give you 100% of donations to you. He went on camera a few years or 2 years back and said that he didn't, or he said he paid you guys off. We called you guys or got information from you guys about 2 weeks after that.
Is that was that monograph?
You still never got nothing from him or whatever. Apparently you guys found out. There's some again, there's a lot of things going on with this. That's pretty big.
Caddy.
Things like this. We wanted to verify if you guys received any donations.
Got the bourbon.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that.
Yep, me neither.
Yeah,
When we have the
really
audios
hear
and
it.
he's playing third party, we could reshow. I'm just saying, you guys act like we have no receipts, no audios,
This
no
isn't
fucking
a
emails,
receipt.
no 501c3 charities.
Yeah, I'm not
committed
denying
fraud,
it. That's
pedophile
not-
rackets,
that's-
carrying rings combined with them.
Snafu!
You
You
ignorant
tie in so many fucking things at once, man. You got to chill out, bro.
No,
Gee,
I'm
in the Christmas, dude.
I'm pissed because the
Take
receipts have
one
been
step
out
at a
there.
Yeah, you're pissed. You're in your feels, like I said earlier. You got to, like, relax, dude.
You should be mad at yourself for being so ineffective at everything you do.
No, I'm effective. That's why their fucking pedo pogos are running to you and you're doubling down, fucking pushing their shit up versus exposing them. Your new pals are freaks.
Well, how many times has Monograph been on your channel, Flo? Once?
Once.
Twice.
Once, twice, 3 times.
3 times. I've seen him about 3 times.
But I'm gonna stretch the interactions out over as much content as possible, and
course
Snap
you
is
will.
responsible for at least
course
one
you
more
will.
video coming out of it. I've got at
You're
least one more
fucking-
video worth of material.
You're a
Oh, he'll
fucking
be back.
shit.
You think he's gone? He's coming back. Don't worry about that shit.
This is the next one. Just when the next one releases during the premiere, Snafu, I better see you there. I'll unblock you for the premiere.
All I know is the receipts are there. LCJC family,
Those were not
Pandora Box
receipts.
Revolution.
Okay, what I want to ask,
there's
so I'm
many
going to tie
people
some
over
Neil
the
and Benjamin
years that
grift here.
know about this charity
Hold on,
fraud and these
Snafu,
pedophile
Snafu,
rings
this
and
whole
things like
veteran
that.
charity fraud. Snafu, you're so bad at laying out the story timeline, man. When did this occur? Did Marfugel commit
There's
veteran
no state of
charity fraud in
limitation.
your
They've
words
actively
during
are covering
COVID?
up still.
Was it during
There's no
COVID?
state, and we're waiting on our arrest. Things are happening. That's
Hold
why
on, what
Pedograph
time
is
period was it in, man?
running around the fucking flows
Oh
acting a
my
fool.
God.
They know what's going on.
I'm over target still.
Shit, yeah, way over than you even think, bro. They know.
For
That's
5
why
years.
That's why he's
5 years
using
you've
you
been
for
sitting
damage
over
control.
target.
He can't get away using Paul. He probably wouldn't be able to get away using DD.
It was like fluoride tactics.
I use Paul all the
you
time.
Ignorant, you don't care that your own fucking panelists are telling you they were put in danger. You're a piece of shit, Flo.
Yeah, no, they put themselves in danger.
Simple Jack put himself in danger. by
Simple
asking
Jack gave
questions
him
on your
permission
channel?
to dox him,
Simple
you dumb
questions
fuck.
monograph, right?
I don't know. In the chat, Simple Jack said he did not, so I don't know about that, Flo.
See, but was that even his real name?
Who?
Was that really
I don't
his
know.
name?
Judging by his response, I would say so.
Because
It's
I
not
saw
that.
I
It's
saw
not that.
Monograph
It's not
go
that.
on panel
roommates
with
to worry
Simple
about.
Jack, and Simple Jack didn't even address it. Like the next
Simple
day.
Jack, no, Simple Jack addressed me. He said, "I got roommates to worry about." You're right, Snafu.
Okay, well, Simple
Yeah,
Jack.
look
then you're-
in the chat. He said he did not
Yeah,
give
okay.
permission to dox.
Then Simple Jack, you're a victim of your own. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not responsible for Simple Jack. Simple Jack is responsible for himself. He started that interaction.
Right. You ignore the fact that your own panel members are saying, "Dude, snaps might be right." Just because you hate
I
me
know.
so much.
Well, you're trying to leverage
you're ignoring
it
a
to
guy
shut
that's
because you're mad
fucked
at
fruit
somebody.
in courtrooms. You're ignoring a guy who has a
Yes,
child.
I'm ignoring the
presenting
fruit.
harm on children.
Snafu.
You're ignoring
At
all
this
this
point,
stuff. Just
I've
'cause
been
you like
through
fuck
this
you,
so much with
Snafu.
you. I'm ignoring
No,
literally
it's fine.
every
You're showing
fucking
your
thing
colors,
you have
bro.
to say.
You're so fucking. You need that clout. You
And
want that chase.
I was the reverse with him. Snafu, when you first started saying this shit, dude, I would argue with you so much. Now I don't. It's weird how
And
times
I'm
have
sorry,
changed.
dude. I do act crazy.
I mean,
I'm
curious
You're
where.
fuck so
Well,
slow.
I'm curious about what Flo said. I'm curious what were you saying about Simple Jack and the victim thing? You were saying something.
Simple Jack on the panel. Simple Jack challenged why Monograph was upset that Snafu's running around calling him a P, and I don't recall the specifics of the interaction, but basically, the way I recall it, Monograph asked Simple Jack if he would care if these things were being done to him, and Simple Jack said no, I would ignore it because I'm a YouTuber and I expect to be in the public eye. So Monograph left, came back about half an hour later, and called him by his full name.
And that was Simple Jack. I'm not trying to further the issue because the way Monograph played it off the second time when I played it, it seemed like as if it wasn't his actual name. But I mean, if you want to tell that,
yeah, and I don't know.
I'm asking Simple Jack in the chat. I don't know.
Okay.
Right. No,
Well,
Simple
let's
Jack said,
forget
he
that
said,
you guys are
all I
talking about
asked was,
victim-
all
you
I
guys are
asked
talking about
someone
new
was,
people.
why do trolls bother?
Dude, you know people
It's
have
not a challenge
disappeared
to
linked to
dox.
this guy. You guys know that, right? Some of the
Okay.
people, some of the shit we're not sharing with you. Again, Monograph was questioned on the John Bonet death, right?
Yeah, but Snafu, we can sit here in a moment and say we shouldn't be dropping
Wait, hold on.
information
Wait,
like
what
this
did you
on
say,
people.
Snafu?
Yeah, wait. Run that
What
back.
was that? About
He
John
was
Bonet?
questioned, okay, which are published articles that I've showed by Timothy Helmseth.
Is this? Oh, yeah,
okay?
the same blog.
And he was questioned on the death of John Bonet Ramsey. And he
What do you
lives in Colorado Springs. And then Bang, who's on internet, who we have footage saying, oh, yeah, I dated John Bonet Ramsey dad. She was part of that whole Monograph weird shit, death cult optic shit. They were the ones who
He
presented
was
the little
questioned
piggy
by
in the
the
first video.
police.
But the fact
Who
is,
was he questioned by, Snafu?
Who is he questioned
public
by?
articles of Monograph being
Snafu,
questioned
slow
even
down.
on a John
Slow
Bonet
down.
Ramsey
You're
death.
scalping. Hold on. Slow down. Who was he interviewed by? The police?
Yeah, I could. Do you want me to put that? I'll
Put that in there. Put that in there. This is a big
There
old
were
bang.
a whole
right now.
weirdos
DD
that
can pull
got
it up right
riled
now.
up on that. Yeah, for sure that were involved.
Optics are high, bro. If that's the case.
Here,
The
I'll pull it
optics
up.
are
Let me get it for you,
retarded.
DD. Let me hold on.
Yeah, but see, what Snafu's saying
I mean,
there
these
is
could be
true as
actual
far as I can
receipts.
tell.
I mean, if any of that's
No,
true, I mean,
he's laying out the truth there. But when you start to look into this, it's like how much is Monograph playing this up himself, like Tommy plays up his fucking bullshit. Like
yeah, I get the same
that.
kind of vibe.
Like I don't know how much Monograph played it up 5 years ago, and there's no way to prove it. And I'm not. That's why I don't even get into it because there's so many issues to deal with today.
Right.
I'm not worried about what happened then. I'm not worried about whatever.
Nobody's worried about anything Snafu has to say. It doesn't sound like it.
I get where he's going
just
and why
being
he's
a hater at
concerned
this
about
point,
it, though.
Flo.
I don't want to gaslight his concerns.
I'll
He has
gaslight the
legitimate
fuck out of
concerns.
him. I've looked into so many of his receipts, and they're all trash. All of them.
But he's not just making shit up totally.
Yes, he is. Whole cloth.
No, not whole cloth. The Ricada law. He's got basis for the basis of his argument is a real event.
He has basis to be mistaken about whether or not he fucked something. He doesn't have
Yeah,
basis
true.
to still be looping on it.
Hey, Flow State, we know you're supporting Predator. We know you're
I
about
mean,
this
if
ignoring
we have
the
a
facts.
preponderance of evidence,
Links
I
in there.
mean,
Why don't
come
you
on,
read
man.
about Flow State's new
Guy's a
friend,
weirdo.
published article. And
Yeah.
before you read the article,
It's not
scroll
published
down
article.
and
It's
let's
on a
read who
fucking
Timothy
blog.
Helmstedt is, because Monograph will try and discredit him. But the fact is, this guy's published. He is established.
You
for,
supporting
Roar.
him
You can
discredits
look 'em up
him
yourselves.
as much as anything could.
But I see you 3 articles. The first one is about who is Roy Warren Marshall, Steve Quest, Monograph. Now, scroll all the way down if you want to make sure we read who this article, the Timothy Charles Homestead is, because he's going to discredit him. But the fact is you might want to read this and the next 3 articles I put down.
But Snafu, this isn't a fair claim. Because if we're to be expected to go through this evidence and track down the sources in real time, it's not reasonable. You need to lay this out on your channel with your receipts, and then I'll readdress it from there. I will readdress your receipts.
Strikes. They're on.
No, you won't. Oh, don't give me excuses about the strikes. Do it without getting the strikes. You know how to do it.
Okay.
Come on now. You're going to give other people strikes then? Come on. You lay out your own receipts on your channel, and I'm happy, dude. I will talk about your receipts. You do a stream on your channel. I'll restream it and I'll break it down and I'll give you an honest feedback.
Yeah,
as I do right now.
That's fine. But I put 3 big links, and all you guys in chat.
I know you're a waste of time, Snafu.
Ignorant Flow State is going to just ignore shit like an ignorant fuck.
I'm not going to waste any more time chasing down your stupid ass
Many of
non-receipt.
us give a shit. The guy's been being exposed for a long time.
Oh my God.
It seems like the only one who doesn't give a shit about predators is you.
You are the predator, Snaps.
No, bro, you're the one supporting it. You're the one. You're so desperate for views and clout. You're gonna fucking bring this motherfucker up and don't think I'm gonna show you receipts of who the fucking freak is.
Snafu, you know there's so many angles happening, bro. You're pretending like you see the only one. There's hundreds of these motherfuckers. You think that we all need to focus on your fucking target?
No, you're right.
Chill,
bro. They're spiderwebbed. You're absolutely right. It's just the Marfugo and Monograph are the big ones that we've had. Like, we have shit that they know would burn them if we got in courts.
Yes. So respect the fact that other people have other things going on, and you're gonna have to learn how to work with that.
Flow who deny it all. They deny it all.
I got other things.
He denies it. He denies it based on your presentation, man. It's the presentation. I've told you this before.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to say. There's multiple presentations out there other than Snafu Snaps. This has been going on for 5 years. Flow is too ignorant. Like someone like you, Truther, I guarantee if you really looked, you'd be like, oh, fuck, yeah. And you already know. You know that this guy's been fucking being exposed by when Flo says, "Oh, no one gives a shit. Snafu's the only one that cares." Blah blah. It's his ignorance, bro. That's ignorant talk. He's an ignorant piece of shit who's pushing up the guy.
For sure. So take that up with him, but fine. So you have then all of a sudden, Flow State is now your target with that information. So find a way to convey that to him in a way that makes sense for both of you.
Right.
Don't attack him and assault him in a way that doesn't make any sense.
This EBT and Tulip Bowl Earth, those links are provided in the private chat for you guys to look. The John Bonet shit, the server shit.
Appreciate that, sir.
Both you guys to pick those up.
We'll take a look at it.
New pal. Flo's new
Because
friend.
this is what Alex Jones does.
Guy
Snafu.
gave me creepy ass fucking vibes when I saw him. Like he doesn't seem straight up to me. I don't know about you guys,
Yeah,
but
you guys read this shit. Read what I just put in the
Snafu's
and we
laying
got-
out
we got
legitimate
plenty of
claims.
more than this.
Why do you say they're legitimate?
He has receipts to back it up, but his
Again.
presentation sucks.
He doesn't. That
Yeah.
video we watched had no receipts in it.
You didn't,
Okay,
dude.
that-
You didn't hear my
It-
call to
there-
a
there are.
501c3
There are.
charity saying we received no funds when they said.
I don't know about in the video.
Funds were
I'm
paid
not
off.
saying
See,
that.
Is that,
you're
is
an
that the
ignorant
tinny
fuck.
one that you couldn't
Flo,
understand at
you're
all?
an ignorant fuck that allows children to be presented as harmed and push the motherfucker up.
And
you
you're
want to
making
ignore the
shit up
criminal,
again.
traitors, fraudulent, and
Make shit
pedophile
up.
optics.
Make
You're
shit up.
ignorant
Make
fuck.
shit up. It's proven wrong. You still stick to your claims.
Not
Snafu,
proven
the
wrong.
problem is with
Flo,
you.
They're gonna
If
read
there's
what I
really
said
a
to them,
problem here,
EBT, and all the others, and they're gonna say, "Holy shit!" Because you're pushing up this guy. They think he's freaky already. Wait,
you're
and
pushing
again,
him up.
Nobody
Snafu.
is pushing him up. I mean, he came on his
Snafu is.
panel.
Yeah, nobody's pushing
Yeah,
him up
honestly,
by far.
He's desperate as fuck. Listen to him argue and deny the facts.
Well, I mean, Flow State was kind of running.
Flo State said that Snafu Snaps was an agent that's gatekeeping the
Right.
information that
Exactly. I mean, come on. Let's be.
Come on, let's be
fair
real
here.
about the claims we made.
Fair.
Yeah, let's
We're
be
way
fair.
past fair.
That's
We're
the
not
claim you
feeling
made,
fair.
Flow State. You claimed that Snafu is a gatekeeper for whatever fucking information this
I
monograph.
speculated
guy
he was a
has.
gatekeeper. I
Okay,
speculated.
now we're backpedaling now. Yeah,
But-
okay.
Okay.
I mean, I see where you're trying to pull the wood on that. I'm not
Interesting.
going there. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, here's the thing. I don't care about Snafu. I don't care about his complaints. They're all bullshit as
It's
far as
not
I'm
hatred
concerned.
for me that you're
I'm going to
ignoring
release another
threats,
video
and you're gonna push him
because
up
of
and double down with
Snafu.
him. We see
That
it.
shows that you do care. You're gonna
Guys,
release another video.
guys,
just to piss him off.
the chat is starving to death. The chat is starving, guys. We haven't fed them in forever.
Who gives a shit
Yeah,
about the
it's,
chat?
Fuck them.
They're
Well,
not.
hey,
they're not up
Snafu,
here.
I
We
think
are.
we've come to a conclusion. I appreciate you being able to come here and speak
No,
on
that's
what it is that
fine.
you're pushing. You know what I mean? I
appreciate
really
it,
do
DD. I'll
appreciate it.
calm down. I really came to put that DEW video in here earlier. If you look at your old video, I even put that because I knew you're talking about Maui and all that. Because a lot of you guys, you go to my channel, I do content that's non-drama. But
I'm
the
sure
drama
it's all
shit
great.
is exposing these criminals, frauds, and traitors, and these ignorant fucks like Flo. And I hope BBT and Toilet Bowl, you guys read the things I put in there. Truth or Cop. I don't know if you've seen these already. I think I sent them. I don't know if I sent them to you. But guys, do your own research. The optics are there. You too, DD. And Flo State's just being an ignorant fucks. He's on the clout
Flo
ride.
State did his
fucking pushing
research.
the
He
peace.
found out that you're a fraud.
No, bro. You continue keep
No,
keep
bro.
pushing up your predator
No,
pal.
bro.
Keep pushing up your fucking piece of shit that puts harm
Maybe
on
you should
children
get
as a
better at
fantasy.
being a whistleblower.
He sure
You're
knows a
the
lot
shittiest
about 5G,
whistleblower
but
I've
he
ever
also knows
heard
how
of.
to harm children. Optics. Good for you, Flo. Fucking cupcake.
Was this your video, Steve?
No, this is
okay.
just a cool video I saw on TikTok there. Bald
Nah,
Eagles about to
have a good
fly.
night, Snafu. Sorry, cut out of there.
I
Yeah,
can't
with
wait
fishing
to
videos?
tag him in the next videos I release.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, just trying to change it up a little bit. But I've been going live here for what, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm probably going to shut it down here in the next 5-10 minutes or so. I do have to work in the morning, but no, as everyone sees, I try to give everyone respectful time to talk about what they want. We all know Snafu has an agenda, whether we agree with it or not. I think he, in a sense, is trying to do good. In a sense, he's trying to expose shit. The way he goes about it, I don't agree with it all the some of the time or most of the time. But I think at least me personally, I give him props because not a lot of people are going out and trying to expose things that should be exposed, whether or not he has the proof to back it up or.
Did anybody see a receipt in that video?
I didn't see one.
No, I didn't either, and I'd just be honest. But
I saw
also didn't watch
receipts.
all of it.
The receipt was in the beginning of the video that Marfugal was indeed raising funds for veterans. So maybe it builds into something deeper.
Well, yeah.
That's the problem with
Yeah, we didn't
receipts.
see
Is
the whole
like
thing,
sometimes
so-
people lay them out.
Mark
It's fine.
Fugel's main audience is ex-military as well. So I mean,
Mm.
there might be something there. I don't know. Not saying there's nothing in that video, but no, I didn't see anything. No.
No, nothing stood out to me either. But again, like you guys see my channel. It's just a small little shithole. I appreciate everybody coming out and being able to converse, and that's my only goal. Is I don't, I pay attention. I only have a few mods, people that I trust, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of blocking in the chat. Unless you're attacking a mod, then they may block you. That's their prerogative. But
toilet bowl earth.
You know what I mean? Realistically, you should be allowed to come here.
Just block that fucker right now. Somebody block.
No, I bestowed the Christian.
Yeah, Fullstate likes blocking people. He's that insecure of a person for sure.
Yeah.
He has to feel some sort of power over
You
people.
know what? I'll go type something in the chat so I don't have to scroll and find you.
Nah, I'm right here. I'm right here, big boy.
Nazi cupcake blocking.
Right.
Yeah, Nazi cupcake, feminist, weaponized granny panty bitch.
My freedom of speech.
Yes. So what? Snaps has a gish gallopy presentation. Like, I mean, come on, you can sort through it. You're a big boy. You could deal with it. Don't be a fucking tone policing Karen. Like, so what, dude? Like, damn. Oh man, I don't like. What is this? What is this, like American Idol for truthers? Like, you guys are Simon Cowell and Paula Abdul. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can sort through it. Just ask for the evidence, and that's it.
It's time wasting for truthers.
I mean, and believe me, I have my own opinion about truthers being fucking time burners. Believe me, shaped hards being one of them.
Yeah, basically most of it, I would agree with that. But this in particular, there's like truly nothing there.
I mean,
okay, we know Marfugal did raise money for veterans at one point.
I mean, shout out to Snafu, man. Shout out to
Snafu. You're retarded. You're ineffective, and you're the reason I'm releasing a video.
Same thing can be said about you, Flo. I mean, come on.
But I'm saying you guys you agree with me, right? Though, I mean, how many people are on these panels that are at least trying to expose something? Whether or not I'm not talking about the way they go about it or even what they're proving, but they're at least he's in a sense trying, like he's got some type of mission or something that he needs to bring to the forefront and bring to people's attention.
I mean, if anybody's acting like a gatekeeper, it is you. You're the one going,
you're just slandering.
Nah. That's bullshit. That's how a gatekeeper acts. I'm just being honest with you. Those are the traits of a gatekeeper. If someone's someone making claims, that's not
who's the
when
key
someone's
master?
running interference and going, no, that's bullshit. That's what a gatekeeper does.
The key master gatekeeper wasn't that from Ghostbusters? From Zool.
Yes, it was.
Right on. Yeah, Jen. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. It was a good show. The idea of the beginning, if none of you caught it, was just talking about Maui, how it's not being talked about. So I kind of was hoping to gear that conversation, looking for new information.
Shit, a lot of these things get memory hold. Guidestone's got memory hold too. Nobody talks about that.
Dude, remember when fucking 400 people got shot in Las Vegas?
Just check out Jeff Snyder. He'll thing for you.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, Steve, are you aware of? Are you familiar with Jeff?
You know Jeff Snyder?
Mm-mm. Is that a YouTube channel or?
Yeah. Go check him out.
See, that's my problem too. I was talking about earlier. Like, I most of these channels that I watch, like I watch your guys' channels, and and I'm not being disrespectful, but sometimes I'm just not entertained with certain things. So I'll switch. I'll go to somewhere else. I'll look, and I just really haven't been entertained recently with most of these channels that are out here. It's really bad.
The internet is a fucking Arby's roast beef fucking sandwich right now. It's blown out, dude.
What was the name again? You said Josh something?
Jeff
the plasma raise guy? Or
he calls us gatekeepers. So I'm a gatekeeper for Big Fence Post.
You're trying to cover up the plasma fire, ZBT. I'm on to you.
Say the name one more time.
Jeff Snyder.
I think if you're right, I think that might be too general. If you do Jeff Snyder plasma fire,
Jeff Snyder 2 or I don't know.
Jeff Snyder plasma fire.
I won't look it up right now.
That shit kind of rhymes. That's bars.
He raged quit for a moment, like a year ago. He was out for months.
Yeah, we went after him for a little bit, and then he got pretty mad, and he stepped out for a minute. And
Is that
he was with us
channel name, Jeff Snyder 2?
Jeff
Yeah,
Snyder
probably.
2. Yeah.
He was with us with with the breakdown of Quantum of Conscious.
Oh yeah. He was going
was
after
fucking
QOC.
awesome.
Yeah. About the kidnap and ransom insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
That still needs. You know what? We were on to something there, like what 9 months ago, and all of a sudden the narrative got shifted to something else.
To archaics, we shifted from QOC
Dude.
to archaics.
Yeah.
And now we got nothing. Now we got these.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
You need to go back to Matt.
That's
What
him.
is up with that fucking kidnapping insurance, dude? What is that?
I mean,
I
shit.
thought that we
can talk about it till we're blue in the face,
and
man.
hours and hours on that guy. I think we post it like that.
These guys went in on him for.
Yeah, but Snyder's an interesting character. He's an interesting character. Well, he knows all about the plasma fires, though. He's the resident YouTube expert on the directed energy plasma fires.
You know, and it was, in my opinion, I felt like Jeff Snyder was running that Chiron Last channel, but he was using a pitch shifter because he never did lives. It was just a black screen. I swear, man, it was the same vocal cadence and everything.
No, that guy would do like live. They would have like live audiences and stuff when he would do that.
Shit, man, it sounded just like him though. That's crazy though. But no, man, that is kind of funny because Provo Kids in the chat, dude. I swear, on I guess some panel I was on, I was like, is fucking Provo on this panel? And it was actually me. So, you know, I guess audio doesn't work that well.
Oof. All right. Well, Steve, thanks for having me tonight. Appreciate it. Hey, keep it up, man. I know you talked about earlier, you're thinking about shutting it down or whatever, but just keep grinding on it. Do the Friday nights. They're cool. I'll pop in or be in the chat whenever I can. Appreciate you. So have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, EBT. Been a moment. EBT, take care, man. He's not gonna hear me for a second. TB, good to see you as well.
That's my namesake's Siamese twin, TBEBT. That's right. All right, Steve, I'm out of here, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Later, Truther Goy. Love you, brother.
Yeah, here you Goy, motherfucker.
You little yenta. You little gavone.
You Goy is what? Do you Goy? You the most suspect Goy I've ever seen, motherfucker. Let's see if Flo say, hey, Steve, I'm out of here.
All right,
good to be on here. I think it's the first time I've been on here. Good to be here.
Yeah, I think it is actually. You've been in the chat a few times. I've been on your panel. I watched your panel, but you hang in groups that I don't. Clearly, I don't hang around, so a lot of times I don't know a lot of the stuff you're talking about. But when there is things that I can relate to, I definitely appreciate the content, sir.
Yes, sir. You as well. Be well, man. Take care.
Right on. Thank you. Have a good one.
Take care.
Yep. What's up, Snafu?
Hey, I just wanted to say the Maui fires and all that are key to fucking keep watching. I'm glad you even put it in your title today. If you guys want, I went into depth. Go check it out. The DEW, it's the first video on my channel, DEWs, and I specifically went into the Maui subject. I think there's a lot of big tech things, including railroad systems and population control and moving or herding, but great subject, great stuff tonight. And I just want to say, I get frustrated with the ignorance, and I appreciate your support as far as seeing what and where I'm coming from. I appreciate that, Steve, from me to you.
Right on, brother. Do your thing, man. It is what it is. We all got our own path. You know.
Yeah,
all I
and
can
if you
say
guys
is,
want to double watch the Maui shit like after this, because Steve's right, go to the channel. Check out. It's the first, no drama, no nothing, and it's in depth on the DWs and the Maui fires and things like that. So anyways, have a good night.
All right, brother. Have a good one. All righty. Well, everybody, there was another Friday night show. I did mention earlier, that just I'm not sure where the stream's going. I appreciate everybody that shows up every week. I really don't. It's nothing to do about the numbers or the views. What I can say is that I'm almost, probably after this video, I should be at a total of about 20,000 views for my channel total, which is pretty good. It's not too shabby. I used to have a car audio channel. I did much better. Made quite a bit of money on that too. But everybody in the chat, I did get sidetracked tonight. I didn't get to pretty much pay all the attention to you. So if I didn't miss some comments or missed it, don't take it to heart. It's just it is very complicated. Running your own stream, staying on topic, or trying to, or just staying, and generally cognitive of everything that's going on. There's a lot of shit here. But I'll be back next Friday. It is what it is. I'll keep trying to bring, things that, maybe people aren't talking about. So we're not doing the same stuff over and over and over. I know it seemed like we were a little drama heavy, but sometimes it's avoidable, and sometimes it can be a good thing. And I think it was pretty well. What you feel about Snafu Snaps, the things he's trying to present, the things his agenda. Everybody's welcome up here except the tribe and Paul and Mr. Chintard. Those guys aren't welcome. I don't want to hear what they have to fucking say. But pretty much everybody else, you got something you want to say, you have the I'll give you the ability to come up here and talk. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate it. Then let's get my outro video. See ya.
Drop that bitch on her head like bang. Drop that bitch on her head like bang.